more.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code DRIVER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code DRIVER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code DRIVER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Passive aggression.
Oh, Mark. Sweet, naive, childlike Mark.
Culinary techniques.
So you got the crawfish, you got the tail, you pinch, twist, and some people like to slurp it. You're a slurper.
And backhanded apologies.
You know what? I would like to officially apologize to you, Mike. You were right. I was wrong. You're smart. I'm dumb. You're skinny. I'm fat.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to it. Happy, what day is it? Thursday, yes. Just cruising through the week. Weekend will be here. Football Friday will be here before you know it. Good morning, Brandon Stokley. How we doing?
Doing great. Good morning. How you doing?
Brandon Stokley.
You doing good?
Louisiana Lightning. I'm good.
Well, usually when you say it, you play the audio.
Oh,
it,
no.
It's too early for that.
No, that was my John Gruden impression there. Brandon Stokley. The Louisiana Lightning.
That's not bad. Not bad. Thursday.
Not bad. It's 1 minute into the show.
Yeah.
I'm already doing impressions.
Right. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. It's better than your first segment yesterday.
Oh.
You came out the gates and you tripped. You just fell right on your face.
Yep.
But that's okay. You bounced back nicely, and the rest of the show, I thought you performed well.
Yes.
Is that
dusted myself
off? Is that fair?
Yep. Got knocked down. Dusted myself back.
Not knocked out.
Not knocked down, but not knocked out.
You got back up.
Got back up, and proceeded to fight.
It's kind of weird that it is already Thursday, and I mean we're still kind of basking in that game, that great comeback, and we've obviously talked a lot about. I've seen it everywhere on the TV, right? I mean, all the shows this week have been nothing but the Broncos and the great comeback, but we got the Cowboys coming up here. A really good Cowboys offense team. They're playing better than I thought they would. Defensively, they do stink. Offensively, they've been explosive. And George Pickens, he had a slow start there, but then when CeeDee Lamb went out, he has picked his game up. Now, he is hot or cold. You want to talk about boom or bust? That's who that guy is. So it's going to be a strength against strength. Their offense against our defense, and then probably you would say weakness against weakness.
Right.
Our
right.
offense against their defense. So should be a good one. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you got the Cowboys are the number one offense in the NFL and the dead last ranked defense in the NFL. Boy, if only they had a really good defensive player. Somebody that was like a defensive player of the year type defensive player.
And someone that could put pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
Those guys are hard to find,
Hard
Mike.
to find.
You can't just find those guys anywhere.
Nope.
But what they did do is they got themselves an interior guy in there to slow down and stop the run. So I'm sure their rush defense has been great this year, right?
That is the worst in the NFL as well. Funny you should ask.
Wow.
Sean Payton yesterday, we called this one, how he would respond to Russell Wilson's tweet calling him, quote, classless.
Look, in the euphoria, the way that game unfolded, that was strictly about Dart. I mean, and I that was in no way, shape, or form anything that was directed at Russ. So, and I might be able to see how he might perceive that. But coming off that win and watching how he played, that wasn't any intention at all.
Sean.
Your nose is growing.
Sean. That is great. Yeah, I mean, just deny, right? I guess. I mean, deflect. You want this thing to go away. You don't want to be the talking point all week about what you said about Russ, right? I mean, the shot, the subtle shot that you took at him. And I'm sure you were pumping up Jackson Dart. You do think he's a good quarterback probably. But at the same time, you were able to take a shot at Russ. You knew what you were doing. You knew who their backup quarterback was. And so if you didn't want it to be a storyline, guess what you would have done? You would have tread lightly. And you could have said a bunch of other great things about Jackson Dart without taking a shot about their other quarterback that was, starting a few weeks ago right before him.
Yeah. Listen, I don't get too bent out of shape about sports lies. There are real life lies, and then there are sports lies, and I'm going to put that one in the stretching the truth sport lie category. But I get your point. He wants this thing to go away as quickly as possibly, and I get it.
I mean, so I think he's handling it the right way now. I don't mind it at all. It's not a big deal. It's kind of funny. And so, yeah. And then it's kind of funny that Russ, took a shot back at him. And then you just deny it. Now we move on, and we're getting ready for the Cowboys. It's not a big deal in that locker room or that building at all. So none of the players care. They probably laughed about it, I'm sure, especially the guys that know Russ. And, but it was entertaining for a couple days. But this is how he should operate now, right?
And we're on to the Cowboys.
We're on to the Cowboys now.
We're on to Dallas.
And so you look up,
to Dallas.
and we've talked a lot about the game. We've talked a lot about that comeback. But, the one thing that we really haven't talked a lot about, and we've mentioned it, of course, but the Broncos are in first place in the AFC West. They're 5-2. It hasn't looked great the last 3 weeks, but they've won 3 in a row, and they are 5-2. And this is a big matchup coming up against the Cowboys. So I didn't think the Cowboys would be this good under Schottenheimer, first-time head coach. But offensively, Dak got hurt last year, right? He had the hamstring, had surgery on it. They've made some moves and transitioned a little bit. But, man, offensively, they are playing really good football, and they're a team that you got to take seriously.
Yeah, there is something to be said about, at the end of the day, you're winning football games, because contrast the Broncos with who's playing tonight, the Chargers, Thursday Night Football, at home against Minnesota. Broncos aren't playing well, or they're boom or bust. They're inconsistent, but they've still managed to win 4 games in a row. The Chargers, banged up, not playing well, they've lost 3 of their last 4. So at least the Broncos are still finding ways to win, whereas the Chargers, being the Chargers going to Charger, they're finding ways to lose, and they've lost 3 of their last 4, and really it could have been 4 in a row because they barely squeaked by the Dolphins a couple weeks ago. So that's the Thursday night game. Also tonight, the Nuggets kick off their season, a season of crazy high expectations. All of our hoops guys at DenverSports.com and here on The Fan are picking them to win the championship. Nuggets are a very, very trendy pick to win the championship this year. In part because I think the East is perceived to be so weak that whoever comes out of the West is going to win the title. And so it's the Nuggets and OKC, Houston getting a little bit of love, but a lot of people like the Nuggets. I love it. I think that's exactly where the bar should be set for the Nuggets this year.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Time to get back to the finals.
I love the moves they made. We've talked a lot about these moves they made, and now we get to see them tonight. What do they look like? What does the addition of your guy, Valanciunas?
Yeah, great in the locker room. Great
locker room guy. You're not going to have any problems with him. Mike Evans' sources told him. So, but Cam Johnson, right? So Brucey B's back.
Brucey B, Tim Hardaway.
So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what this Nuggets team looks like this year with the depth they have now and the moves that they made. It's like, where was this 2 years ago? But all good, and they finally, changed some things up with this roster and added some depth. So it's going to be a different look Nuggets than we've seen the last few years. I'm excited about it.
All right, we'll toss that question out on the RamosLaw.com text line to you Nugget fans. What are your expectations for the season? Let us know. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Also on our YouTube channel. The Morning Show YouTube channel. Check that out and subscribe and respond as well. Up next, the best of Joel Klatt, including an interesting little nickname he gave to Sean Payton as a play caller. That's next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, Stoke here. If you're like me, you know fall golf is hands down the best golf Colorado has to offer. I absolutely love it. I'm getting out on the course today. I can't wait. The air is crisp, the courses are pure, and it's the perfect time to fine-tune your game before the season ends. And the best place to do that, Embers Golf in Westminster. This is what I love about this place. It isn't your big box golf store. Embers is boutique style, family-owned, and built for true golf enthusiasts. They're not just selling you golf clubs. They're crafting a full journey personalized to you and your game. I know. I got fitted for some clubs there, driver, 3-wood, all my irons. I absolutely love my new clubs that I got this year. They've got 2 private hitting bays, all the major brands that you want, and they specialize in custom upgraded shafts that take your game to the next level. You can get a full bag fitting just like I did and actually feel the difference. I'm telling you, seriously, there's nothing else like it around here. So before the snow hits, get yourself dialed in just like I did. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Announcing Williams Jewelers Annual Antique and Vintage Jewelry Trunk Show, October 23rd through 25th.
Come shop millions in estate, antique, pre-owned jewelry, and engagement rings that are precious, rare, and truly collectible.
Art Deco and Art Nouveau pieces, including signed Cartier, Van Cleef, Tiffany, David Webb, and many more.
If you're a jewelry collector, you just don't want to miss it.
Many of these finely crafted treasures could not be duplicated today. Most are handcrafted and one of a kind.
Williams Jewelers Annual Antique and Vintage Jewelry Trunk Show. 3 big days only, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, October 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
We're in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue between Fillmore and Detroit.
Williams Jewelers Antique and Vintage Jewelry Trunk Show.
It's Denver's estate jewelry event of the year.
Don't miss it.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue between Fillmore and Detroit, where Colorado shines.
Wow, Leslie, your fireplace really sucks.
I beg your pardon?
Well, what I mean is your fireplace is literally sucking all the air out of your house and right up the chimney every time you burn it.
Well, what can I do about it?
Well, you could get a high-efficiency gas insert from Mendota. It keeps all the air you already paid the utility company to heat, and it returns up to 86% of the fire's heat back into your house.
I'd use my fireplace every chance I get if I could do that. Maybe my furnace wouldn't need to run so much.
Well, that's the whole point. Hi, this is Keith Lair with Lair Fireplace and Patio, along with my niece, Leslie, to tell you how a gas insert from Mendota will give you the incentive to use your fireplace again. Mendota gas fireplaces and inserts are made to crank out the heat with beauty and style.
Lair's is Denver's oldest, most trusted name in fireplaces. Family owned and operated since 1954.
We'll even give you a free in-home quote, including expert installation by our own certified in-house installers.
Find us on the web at lairfireplacepatio.com.
For top quality Mendota fireplaces and inserts, it's Lair Fireplace and Patio, Denver's fireplace experts.
This is Hall of Famer Terrell Davis here to tell you about my friends at Colorado Credit Union. Great plays start with a solid game plan, and the same goes for home ownership. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or tapping into your home's equity, Colorado Credit Union has the mortgage and home equity options to fit your needs. Ready to make your next big move? Visit ccu.org to learn how Colorado Credit Union can help. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
I dared Archwell Health to keep track of my vitals and my grandkids' names.
I dared Archwell Health to simplify my prescriptions, so Max and I have more time to play. Good boy.
And I dared Archwell Health to be closer than my neighborhood coffee shop.
Our members dared us to do more as a primary care provider for adults age 60 and up. So we made it our mission. Visit archwellhealth.com and become a member today. Archwell Health. We dare to care.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Select Health, how can we help?
Hi, my CEO needs a POV on the ROI of HDHPs. Buy EOD.
Okay, so you're a small business. Let's start there.
How'd you know that?
Let's just say it's not my first RODEO. Get it? Rodeo.
Oh, right. Letters.
Let's get started.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health. Insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Conspiracy theories.
Well, in this case, AI got it wrong.
Yeah.
So, hey, maybe Skynet's not taking over anytime soon.
Firm beliefs.
I'm very easily swayed. If you keep talking, I might be at 70 here in about 30 seconds.
And a few sucker punches.
It was the complete motivator for me, the failure thing.
Mark, when did that stop? Not letting your teammates down after you finish playing? Because it seems like it. You let us down a lot.
Oh, man. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, every week we have an outstanding NFL insider lineup that includes one Joel Klatt, lead college football analyst at Fox Sports and former occupier of that same chair you're sitting in right now, Brandon Stokley. I made him. And we have him on each and every week. And I want to make sure you 6 a.m. listeners get a chance to hear what he had to say in case you missed it. Starting with what he felt changed for the Broncos in that fourth quarter with Bo and the offense.
Now, in that fourth quarter, what I saw is there are times when you just got to be like, hey, man, nothing's working. And so there's no heat on the sheet, if you will, for the play sheet. And so we're just going to call some things, and it's like, hey, man, you're just going to have to cut it loose. And so all of a sudden, you're outside of the black and white, and you're in this gray area, and you're just saying to yourself, I'm going to see what matchup I like. I'm going to see where I can place this ball placement where my guy can go and get it. And we're just going to go out there and be aggressive. And I think that was a great learning lesson for not only Bo Nix, but also for Sean Payton. Now, granted, it's wild at the end, and to ultimately come back and win is crazy. But I think that there is something to this idea that if you just play for perfection and that everything has to be right all the time, sometimes there's some paralysis in that mode, and you've got to go and cut it loose and play in the gray area at times.
How do you play in the gray area for 4 quarters?
Yeah, I mean, that's a $1 million question, right? I mean, if you could take what you did in the fourth quarter and do it, for the first 3, I think they would have done that. I mean, it was the same thing against Philly. Bad first 3 quarters. All of a sudden, fourth quarter, they get a couple touchdowns there. So that's the question here is how do you play more consistent for the first 3 quarters? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not just Bo, right? It's not just Bo. I mean, I watched the game back the other day, and You saw, first pass he threw was high. The next pass was right in Cortland's hand, and he dropped it. So, there's different factors of why they are not being able to get things going. So, yeah, it would be nice to see them just – I mean, it's easy to say, hey, let's just go cut it loose, and just not even think about it. But, you don't want Bo just throwing the ball all over the football field. Next thing you know, he's got 3 interceptions. So I think it's a fine line.
More from Joel about freedom.
Stoke, I don't want to minimize the fact that he's still in the first half of his second year.
Right.
So there are things, Sean might be throwing a 8th-year Drew Brees game plan at him, and he's like, whoa, in swimming, that could be also what's happening. But I do think that there was some freedom, I would say freedom to Bo's play where you didn't see – there are times with Bo, when I'm watching him, there are times that I still see him thinking. And I didn't see that in the fourth quarter, and early in the games, there isn't the quickness and sharpness that sometimes I'd like to see. And I think that has to do with the size and scope of what they're trying to do schematically in the game plan.
Okay, but find me a second-year quarterback that's not thinking a lot right now. Find me a second-year quarterback who's not still looking like he's swimming a bit. Drake May's got it rolling right now.
Yeah.
But other than that, all the other second-year quarterbacks are...
And I'm not worried about what everybody else is looking like. We know it's going to be... It's a difficult thing to do. It's a hard position to play. Sometimes it takes a couple years to feel comfortable in a certain offense, and especially with an offense that does as much as the Broncos do. They do a lot. We've talked a lot about it with personnel groupings, motions, shifts, all these different things. It's a lot. So, yeah, I think we do forget that Bo is, 7 games into his second year. And there's still going to be some learning and some developing along the way. He's not a finished product. I know he had a great year last year, but still, he's still going to be improving and getting better. There's still going to be moments and maybe games that we look at and say, well, that wasn't very good. And then, the talent around him isn't top-notch also. Got some good players, obviously, but when it comes to NFL standards, it's probably lacking on the offensive side.
When it comes to Sean Payton's play calling, Joel came up with a term that I had never heard. I don't think you guys had ever heard either.
There are times in a game plan when you see something against the defense and you want to try to attack that and you build some substantial package into your game plan. And then there are also times that I do feel like Sean tries to legitimize his Tuesday night and Wednesday night work on Sunday versus just seeing what's in front of him and calling it. That's when there are play callers in both levels. And I know this is going to sound harsh, but it just is what it is. I'd love your thoughts on this, Stoke Instinct. There are play callers that are vanity play callers. Vanity play callers meaning like, I built this sheet, damn it, it's all getting out there because I want you to see all the hard work that I put in versus guys that don't get bored taking a profit. And their beauty is in their simplicity. And we'll just say, like, if you're not going to stop this today, then I'm going to run it 8 different ways. I'm going to continue to do so until you stop it.
Interesting term, vanity play caller. I'm going to call what's on this sheet. All the work I put in, it's going to pay off on Sunday. Versus, well, I may have planned all of this, but you know what? The way the game's unfolding, I'm probably going to leave about 70% of all this untouched. But I'm okay with doing that. What kind of play caller, Sean?
Well, I think when you look at these guys, that this is what they do, right? I mean, you game plan for a specific defense for a team. You try to find their weaknesses. So, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of things that he doesn't call. You see that play sheet that he has, right? So I don't think he's calling everything. But, when you game plan and maybe you see this and you say, oh, we got this play to Bolsey. And, next when we get our first time inside the 5-yard line or inside the 3-yard line, we're going to run this play to Bolsey. This is what we game plan. And so you call it. I think sometimes you can overthink it, though. But I don't know where Sean lies when it comes to those types of things. But I think a lot of coordinators fall into that category. You look at it and you say, this is what I worked on. Here it is. This is what we schemed up in game play. We're going to call it. That's kind of what separates the good play callers from the great play callers.
More from Dan Orlowski coming up in about 20 minutes. Sean, coming up next, talks.
I'm going to give a quick shout-out.
Yeah, please.
Quick shout-out. Yesterday, I was hanging out and met a guy that listens to the show. He's like, I'm a 6 a.m. listener.
6 a.m. listener?
601.
601.
So hopefully he's still in the car. Shane Phillips, so shout-out to him.
All right,
Yeah.
Shane. Thank you, Shane. We love all of our 6 a.m. listeners. Shane and the rest of the 6 a.m. listeners, I've said it many times. I'll say it again. You are
Best
by
of the
far
bunch.
the best of the bunch. There is not a better group of listeners the entire day and night here on The Fan than the 6 a.m. listeners. So congratulations to Shane. Up next, Sean Payton talks Dre Greenlaw. Bo Nix reflects on the historic fourth quarter comeback. That's next.
Do the Broncos need to rip one particular play out of their playbooks?
Bubble screens, no bubble screens. If they're not working and all we're doing is throwing for 1, 0 yards, minus yards, then stop running the darn things. And if they're not able to do it and block it up, simple stuff, then you got to stop running.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, had another successful tailgate last weekend at CSU. Good spread, and you know it included Daisy Dips, French onion, and ranch. Always a hit because it goes great with everything. Wings, veggies, chips, all your favorite snacks and football foods. Not only do Daisy Dips taste great, but you can trust they're made with the best ingredients, real herbs and spices. Of course, it's Daisy. Been all about high quality for over a century now. So for your game watching this week, hockey, the start of another basketball season tonight, and planning ahead for this weekend's football partying, make sure to have Daisy French Onion and Daisy Ranch Dips available at a grocery store near you.
You ever wake up with a sore throat, feeling a little off, and you know you're getting sick? Well, getting sick and going on the IL isn't an option, especially for me when I'm traveling for work. You can try to see a doctor, well, good luck there, or go sit for hours in an urgent care. Nope. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. This isn't some cheap first aid kit, okay? Your medical emergency kit comes packed with doctor-prescribed meds. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right there in your home. If you're coming down with the flu, bam, here's your Z-Pack. You've got gastrointestinal issues, here's your Bactrim. From Z-Pack to ivermectin, amoxicillin, and doxycycline to treat strep, pneumonia, sinus infections, UTIs, COVID, and more. It's all right there in your kit. Just match your symptoms to the guide or talk with their telehealth doc. No doctor waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines. Order online in minutes and get $50 off with code SPORTS at urgentcarekit.com/sports. Get yours now at urgentcarekit.com/sports, promo code SPORTS.
What is happening, fellas? Stoke here from my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Have you noticed your energy level is lower? Your workouts aren't as productive? Perhaps you're not sleeping as well and you're feeling foggy all the time. Maybe even your sex drive is off. If you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low T. Fellas, did you know early to your mid-30s you start losing 2 to 3% of your testosterone production every year, and it happens gradually. And before you know it, you just don't feel like the same man you did in your 20s or early 30s. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. Jeff and his team over at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they can get you taken care of. They've served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they have successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Here's the problem. Most men wait a year or longer. There's no need to wait, fellas. Stop procrastinating. Start taking your health seriously. Pick up the phone. Call my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today. They have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock. Oh, by the way, new and approved office over there in the Rock in Colorado Springs. Call 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900, or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers, and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
This is TV's Dr. Travis Stork for Eggland's Best. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, make sure you're choosing wholesome ingredients like Eggland's Best eggs to plus up your nutrition. With more than 6 times the vitamin D and double the omega-3s and vitamin B12 compared to ordinary eggs, Eggland's Best supports a healthy lifestyle. Available in so many delicious varieties: classic, cage-free, organic, free-range, and pasture-raised. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com to learn more.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Is water damaging your home? Contact Groundworks, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at groundworks.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040.
Candy shaming. I don't know how anybody can eat that. Black licorice? Ugh. 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 Gross.
Fact checking. I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans Big Board of BS.
No way.
In the spirit of giving, Mike is getting an almost new but slightly used snowblower.
Oh, is that his compensation, Mark?
No, that's just out of the goodness of my heart, Stoke.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Jeez, turn the button on, Mike. You've only been doing this 30 years. Jeez. All right. I love this one on the RamosLaw.com text line. 6 a.m. listeners would destroy the tribe.
That's great.
Yes.
That's really
the
good.
6 a.m. listeners are the core. They're the foundation of this show, which is the Wolfpack. Okay? We're the Wolfpack. You know why we're the Wolfpack? Because wolves don't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep.
Gotcha.
Okay? So while I respect the tribe, Wolfpack was here first. So I'll put the Wolfpack up against anybody, especially with the foundation we have, the core, the 6 a.m. listeners.
Yeah, the 6 a.m. listeners were – it was the Autobahn today getting on I-25.
Oh, was it?
Like you
Thursday.
Thursday.
I
you
think
talked
Thursday's
about
the day.
that a week or so ago, and today I thought about you. I mean, holy cow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Early, a lot of traffic early and fast.
Well, what we've learned is a lot of people get Fridays off.
Yeah.
They're working 4-day weeks now. Lucky you. But so this is like their Friday for a lot of people. So they're just like, hey, let's go. Let's get it over with.
Yeah.
They're in a good mood.
They definitely were this morning.
Dre Greenlaw is not in a good mood. He is suspended for this week's game after going after sensitive Brad Allen. You hurt my feelings. You said mean words to me. Sean Payton on if he has any thoughts on the Dre Greenlaw suspension.
Yeah, and they don't really matter, right? We take it, you focus on the things you can control, and then you're on to the next game.
Did you talk with Dre Greenlaw about what he did?
Look, it was just prior precedents, that's all. So, yeah, we were clearly in his corner with the appeal. What normally has been a fine ended up being different. So, but again, we can't control that.
Normally a fine.
Yep.
This time it was different.
Yep.
Exactly.
He got his point across. What is normally a fine. But, hey.
Right. He wants to tread lightly, of course, because he's probably going to get a fine, probably, something for going out on the football field, wouldn't you think? So you want to tread lightly, but you also want to get your message across, which he did. Normally it's a fine. So again, why why is Dre Greenlaw getting suspended a game? It doesn't make much sense to me, but the NFL just does whatever they want. They don't care about precedent. They don't care about what happened before. They look at this situation and just say, oh, yeah, who's he play for? That Sean Payton guy, we don't really like him. All right, he said something bad after the game. Yeah, let's just suspend him a game. It really, there's no rhyme or reason.
No, but I think the fact that it was or is Sean's team factored into it. I have no doubt. I have no doubt now. There is still some residual hard feelings there from the league, Goodell, towards Sean.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that's something that the Broncos, as long as Sean is here, they're going to have to deal with the fact that that's always probably going to be an impediment. That's going to be a challenge, an obstacle to overcome.
Well, do you think some of these refs don't like Sean because of that? Do you think the NFL's like, wink, wink to the refs? We don't like Sean. If you can screw the Broncos, screw the Broncos. Like, how does that work? Because, you think about why Sean and Roger don't like each other, or Sean doesn't really care for the front office or the NFL league office. They suspended him because of Bountygate. They singled him out and punished him, which a lot of people think very unfairly. But that was a long time ago. These refs now, and obviously there's been some bad calls throughout the years when he was with New Orleans, but do you still think that lingers and still is an issue?
Dude got suspended for a year. That's a pretty significant penalty, which would lead me to believe that those feelings are not forgotten quickly. If it was enough to suspend a guy for a year, I don't think, especially now that he's back in the league, I don't think you just let bygones be bygones. The other thing too is about the whole, is there some sort of official bias towards Sean and the team he coaches? Well, put it this way. I don't think you can be part of a football fandom out there around the country who walks around every week thinking that the Chiefs get the benefit of the whistle and get some preferential treatment. You can't have so many people walking around thinking that and then just say, oh, no, the idea that there's a bias against Sean Payton, oh, no, I don't buy that at all. I mean, you can't think one and just totally dismiss the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm hoping that the spotlight of that football game, everything that happened, obviously it's been on ESPN all week and Fox, and just a great comeback, but also how horrible that pass interference call on Riley Moss was. That's been highlighted a lot of different places from a lot of different people on social media, on all the national networks, that maybe now the Broncos might start getting some better calls. Maybe, because the spotlight of how bad that was, now we owe them one. Hopefully. Maybe.
By the way, I got an interesting Riley Moss stat for you that I'll get to you coming up.
I already know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you not want to hear it?
No, I still want to hear it.
Do you want to talk about it?
It's a great stat.
Okay, we'll get to that right after Bo Nix talks about becoming the first player in NFL history to throw 2 touchdown passes and run in 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
That's pretty cool. When you're in a league like this and you're playing with a bunch of professionals, when you're the first to do something, it's pretty cool. But at the same time, there's a lot of guys that have been first to do a lot of things. I think just because there's so many situations, a lot of football out there, and so a lot of firsts that are going to be, it's cool to do them, but at the same time, there's going to be a lot of guys that be the first to do something else down the road. So all that matters is we scored enough points to win the game. Guys made enough plays at the end of the game. Our receivers and skill players, they battled their tail off there down the stretch with some tempo. Our O-line did a heck of a job protecting as the game went on, and we just found ways to get in the end zone. And at that point, nobody was really worried about it. Like I said, after the game, we just kind of stopped looking at the scoreboard and just worried about scoring as quick as we could the next time we touched the football. And I think that's a good way to go about it this week is, every time we touch the football, let's score as fast as possible.
Bo, I admire your humility, but hey, there's been a lot of football games played in the history of the NFL, a lot of great teams, a lot of great players, a lot of great quarterbacks. Fourth quarter is the clutch time, and you've done something that nobody else has ever done. So appreciate the humility. Says a lot about who you are and why we love you so much. But take a bow. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
Did he win AFC Player of the Week? Or
he wasn't even nominated for one of the top offensive players of the week.
Really? Who are the nominations then?
I'll go back and find them, but yeah.
If he did something, obviously the first 3 quarters were terrible, but if he did something like that and the comeback that they had as the quarterback, 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns in 1 quarter, and you're not even nominated? Who does this nomination stuff? That's ridiculous.
Coming up, we've got some breaking news involving one of Denver's own.
Oh.
It's a big story.
Really?
We'll get to that, plus the best of
now you got me interested.
Dan Orlovsky, and Stoke responds to the Riley Moss stat that he already knows is coming. Seems like he has some strong thoughts. We'll hear all of that coming up next.
Is Sean Payton ignoring one of his best weapons on offense?
Your run game is a huge part of why you get down to the 2-yard line and you are throwing the ball in consecutive sequences. It's unhealthy. You're at the 2. Your running back is averaging 6 yards a carry. Hey, preach. Do not put an agenda over the team.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Copperhead Plumbing. Here for every possible plumbing problem. I use them myself. I recommend them to my friends, and I recommend them to you. And here's a way to get to know them better, made easy. Go to their website at copperheadplumbinginc.com and get a coupon for a free service call. They'll waive their usual service fee and get right to work to fix your problem. From drain cleaning, garbage disposals, leaks, water heaters, toilet repairs, and every other plumbing issue from minor to major. Make sure your house is ready for winter. Avoid frozen pipes, water heater issues. If you'll be hosting for the holidays, kids coming home from college, Copperhead Plumbing will keep your home flowing all winter long. Copperhead Plumbing has been serving Colorado since 2007 with a fleet of licensed technicians committed to doing quality work done right the first time. Again, go to copperheadplumbinginc.com for a free service call coupon. Their website also has tips and tricks if you have a plumbing emergency. They also offer financing options as well. 303-552-3491 and at copperheadplumbinginc.com. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
As days get shorter and roads get busier, fall brings more accidents. If you've been injured, Postman Law is here to help. No fees unless we win. Call 844-POSTMAN. Postman delivers. This is attorney advertising.
Catch a ride with EV and Auto. Catch a ride.
Oh no, it's the attack of Zombie Auto.
Deals. Auto wants deals.
Well, good thing Foundation Chevrolet has the best deals during Truck Month. Like the all-new 2026 heavy-duty Chevy Silverado. Ready to haul tons of candy this Halloween season.
Auto loves deals.
Treat yourself to a tricked-out truck from Foundation Chevy. And together, let's drive.
Visit FoundationChevrolet.com and catch a ride.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Cajun Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Cajun Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility flexibility, and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Hey guys, boy Steve here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's powered by Hellsberg. Shop and store are at hellsberg.com.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Subtle intimidation.
Had to give Ty the look.
You did. I was
gave
wondering.
Ty a little bit of a like.
I was wondering what you were doing.
It was a little quizzical look.
Skill debating.
You didn't think I was going to flip it on your head like this. See
Yeah,
how I
you're
did
coming
that?
back at me. I
Right.
like this.
You
This is
regret
good.
this now.
And plenty of pet peeves.
Put your phone in your pocket and you never go back and get it.
It is a source of so much frustration for Mark. It drives him crazy.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
He's going the distance.
Mark will be along here at 7 o'clock. Got some breaking news from Sham Charania at ESPN. Portland Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups has been arrested by the FBI for alleged illegal gambling. Also this morning, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier was arrested as well as part of an FBI sports betting gambling probe. Chauncey Billups, Denver's own, CU's. Chauncey Billups arrested by the FBI for alleged illegal gambling.
Wow. I was waiting to hear the news from you because we got a text from Ty. I didn't want to look at it because I didn't know what it was. And I saw Terry Rozier got arrested. That's shocking. Wow. That is really shocking. I mean, he's the head coach of Portland. He just played last night, and he got arrested this morning or last night. That's crazy.
Is it? I mean, if you take out
it is.
If you take out who it is and the reverberations that come from it being a guy that we know so well. I think we're in the early phases. We're in the early stages of, I think, what is going to be more of this.
Well,
And look, you see sports now, and I know you and Mark are staunch defenders of there's no excuse for any player who gambles, because everywhere you go it's made clear. But we live in a society now where sports has completely got into bed with gambling, and I just, with the money that's out there, I think we are going to see more of this, not only with individuals, but I think they're going to be sports gambling rings that are broken up. I think we're going to have some major scandals. And, if you believe that Shohei Ohtani knew nothing about what was going on with his interpreter and friend when it came to gambling all his money, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. I mean, come on.
You think he knew?
Oh, come on.
Shohei?
Oh, come
no,
on.
Come on, Mike.
Come on.
Mike.
Don't be naive.
No, you're not going to. It's just a few $1,000,000 you were missing. I mean,
yeah.
It's all no. It happens. He has a lot of money. It just oversight. Slight oversight.
Slight.
Mike, this is different here. I mean, you're talking about Chauncey, he's a head coach. He's not Javonte, Jonte Porter, a guy that's a two-way player looking to make a few thousand for himself and some of his friends. This guy's making millions. And fully guaranteed deal. So it's not like he's getting paid peanuts. So what is he doing? I mean, who is he? I'm even more intrigued now. I got more questions. Who is he gambling on? Who is he giving info to? How much was he betting? How much was this other person betting? So this is just crazy to me.
But I mean, if Pete Rose can do it to such a level that he gets banned by baseball, and this is decades ago, at a time when the sports gambling was not nearly as prevalent as it is now.
It's a different world.
That's what I'm saying. If it could happen back then I don't think you should be shocked at all with the preponderance of it all around these guys. I mean, you walk into every arena and it's, FanDuel brings you this, and DraftKings brings you that, and stop by the kiosk to do this. And
but
I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying, don't be surprised when it becomes such a part of the sports fabric that don't be surprised when you start seeing and hearing more of these. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think we're going to, as the years go by, because it's not going to slow down. The gambling in sports is not going to slow down. So I think you're going to see more of it, just because there's so much money to be made.
Yeah, but here's the deal, Mike. See, this is what you got to understand. So, we can't compare it to Pete Rose. It's totally different, okay? Now, you look at a guy like Chauncey. I just can't fathom a head coach in today's sports world making the money they're making. You're going to gamble that on some bets. Now, if you bet big, large amounts, it gets flagged. So, that's why. I mean, this thing is really regulated. Isn't Pete Rose calling up his bookie, hey, give me $220 on the Reds today? This isn't that world. This thing is so regulated. These things, that's why Porter got busted. I mean, you start betting on certain things, big, large amounts, it gets flagged right away, and there's an investigation. So,
and this is all alleged, and so we're clearly speculating. That's all we're doing. We're just speculating. Well, maybe it wasn't even maybe it didn't have anything to do with him actually placing bets. Maybe he was just sharing information. Selling information, whatever.
Right? No, I don't think he was placing bets. I doubt it, but maybe he was. But I think it's more of, hey, this guy's not going to play many minutes tonight. Take the under.
Right.
To maybe some of his friends. If that is what's happened, again, I said this is all speculation. The news is Chauncey Billups got arrested for gambling, illegal gambling. So I don't know. I got a ton of questions about it. I mean, that's all the news that we have right now. I'm shocked. I really am. Wow. I did not see this one coming. I know Chauncey, not well, but I know him. And so, but this stinks, man.
Well, the FBI will hold a press conference at 8 a.m. our time, a little over an hour from now. So we'll be following that and pass along whatever information. Again, Chauncey Billups, Portland Trail Blazers coach and Denver's own, arrested by the FBI, along with Terry Rozier of the Miami Heat for their involvement in alleged illegal gambling. Mark joins us next. We'll reset the headlines, including Sean Payton's response to Russell Wilson, responding to him and calling him classless. What was Sean's take on it? What was his response? You'll hear it next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Guys, we all remember the first time, don't we? Pause here for pleasant memory. Well, there's another first time that isn't such a good memory, and that's the first time you failed to perform. One time, no big deal. If it keeps happening, time to do something about it. Time to reach out to the experienced, caring pros at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They have served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade and have successfully treated thousands of men. The key word here is treated. Erectile dysfunction is a medical condition, and like many medical conditions, can be treated. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic will put together a customized plan for you based on what works best for your ED and what your goals are. Some treatments can have you performing when you want and for as long as you want. Don't put ED off any longer. Schedule a consult, just $99. Take an easy blood test along with a T and PSA test. And if medically advised, they'll give you a test dose. And if that test dose does not work in the office, your office visit is free. Got 5 locations to better serve you, including Fort Collins and Colorado Springs, and a new and improved office in Castle Rock. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
How good does it feel to let go of 82 pounds in just 16 weeks? And I feel free. Soda Weight Loss is the #1 weight loss company in America for client satisfaction and results.
In 16 weeks, I lost 82 pounds because I had learned how to eat smarter. And that's what soda does. They don't just help you lose weight fast, they help you keep it off with habits that last a lifetime.
No hunger, no shots, no guesswork.
You probably saved my life. I mean, I was 30 pounds overweight. I went on soda, and now I'm healthy, and I just got off my blood pressure medicine and my cholesterol medicine, and that is amazing to me.
With Soda Weight Loss, you get real support to help you let go of the weight for good. And now it's easier than ever. Join Soda Weight Loss now, and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back?
back. If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24 monthly bill credits on Experience Beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended, balance due if you pay off earlier or cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education with grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Colorado. Rock Creek Farms Pumpkin Patch and Corn Maze is one of the oldest in Colorado with acres of pumpkins to pick, miles of mazes, baked goods, and more. Get your tickets now at rockcreekfarm.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Chest puffing.
I'm tougher than Mark.
Occasional pettiness.
Your disappointment makes me happy.
And fearless leadership.
30 seconds left. Just get us in field goal range. Come on, kid, now. Execute.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, as we welcome you in on this very, very busy Thursday morning, we head down to South Florida. We welcome in Mark Schlereth, who has been down there visiting family this week. He'll be heading back up north to the Boston area later today. You're calling Patriots Cleveland Browns on Sunday for Fox, and then you'll be back here with us on Monday. The whirlwind life of Mark Schlereth. Good morning, Stink.
Good morning, fellas. How we doing?
Well, we got breaking news to react to today as the FBI has arrested a couple of NBA figures, and of prime interest to us here, Denver's own Chauncey Billups, the Portland Trailblazers coach, has been arrested by the FBI for alleged illegal gambling. Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier arrested as well as part of an FBI sports betting gambling probe. So let's right away point out the distinction there. Rozier as part of a sports betting probe, Chauncey as part of an illegal gambling probe. So let's not, I guess, immediately, we were responding, Stoke, to this story in real time as we were getting it, and our first thoughts were about sports betting, but this easily could be something else. It doesn't necessarily have to be sports betting.
Yeah, it looks, I'm reading the article now, it just came out. It said Billups arrest, illegal gambling case linked to an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. Okay. So now we're not talking about any kind of sports gambling, right, probably with Chauncey or any, which makes more sense. Okay. So, we'll see what this thing looks like, but I mean, was he just a participant in gambling, poker house, where you're playing for big stakes, and he got wrapped up in this thing? We'll see. But all right, so much different now than what I thought, and then what we were talking about last segment.
Man, that is, one, the sports gambling aspect of it, but any of that. When the FBI arrests you, that's never a good thing, and you hope that he just was kind of wrong place, wrong time, but I don't know. It just doesn't. That feels like something you're involved in or you've been involved in, like that they've had this thing going on for a while. You hope it's like, hey, one time I went in, I was gambling at this gambling, I got invited, and that gambling place had mob ties, and sorry about it, but.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get arrested for that,
I wouldn't think so.
Right? You got to think that it's more than that. But, the news is just coming out now, so we'll see. But obviously, they just had their first game last night. This isn't ideal, right? Seriously, golly. Yeah, just a lot of thoughts, obviously, here with Chauncey being, from here and knowing him. Yeah, it's just not a good situation at all.
Well, the FBI will be holding a press conference in about an hour, and so as we get more information, we'll pass that along to you. But that is the early reports, and don't want to get into rampant speculation, over speculation. We'll see what kind of information is revealed here in just a little bit. Other headlines of the morning, Sean Payton yesterday responding to Russell Wilson, calling him classless in a tweet.
Look, in the euphoria, the way that game unfolded, that was strictly about Dart. And that was in no way, shape, or form anything that was directed at Russ. So, and I might be able to see how he might perceive that. But coming off that win and watching how he played, that wasn't any intention at all.
Stoke, you believe that? Just, you're chewing on your banana right now. So you want me to listen? Are you good, or you want me to go to Mark? Mark,
no,
right, you're good?
No,
right,
I don't. Yeah. I'm not buying it. Of course not. It wasn't directed at Russ. The comment wasn't, he was pumping up Jackson Dart, but also taking a subtle shot at Russ. There's no doubt about it. So you knew who the quarterback was before Dart. You knew it was Russell, and you knew if you said anything that could be interpreted as a shot at Russ, that's what it was going to be. That's what we were going to think it was. And so you could have said something a lot different than the way that you phrased it if you just wanted to leave Russ alone. So all good. I thought it was funny. I like Russ's rebuttal there. And so now we're on to the Cowboys.
Yeah. By the way, who cares? First off, you haven't earned the benefit of the doubt, because this is the way you operate anyhow. From Hackett on down, so you don't get the benefit of the doubt. You don't get to be like, oh, hey, I had no idea, because you've done it before. So, and I'm with Stoke, man. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was funny, and I love the fact that Russell became human. I don't know that, a lot of people told me maybe he typed it in IA. What would a human react? How would a human react to this kind of diss? And then AI spit out some response that Russ had to have.
Computer,
so,
how would a human respond to this?
Yes. Tell me, because what kind of emotion should I have? Do I think that, do I think there was some subtle, jab at Russ in that statement? Of course I do. Of course I do. And I'm all about it. I think it's great.
Sean Payton on the Dre Greenlaw suspension.
Yeah, and they don't really matter, right? We take it, you focus on the things you can control, and then you're on to the next game. Look, it was just prior precedence, that's all. So, yeah, we were clearly in his corner with the appeal. What normally has been a fine ended up being different. So, but again, we can't control that.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll move on. But he did get the subtle shot in there. In the past, this was just a fine. I guess now it's a suspension. Okay.
Yeah, prior precedent, right? And normally it was a fine. But, for some reason with us, it wasn't a fine. It was a suspension. So, yeah, he got his point across without, saying too much. he's probably going to get fined already for going out on the football field. So, yeah, I mean, it's a bummer that he's getting suspended for that, but that's the NFL.
Tonight, the Nuggets kick off a highly anticipated season on the road against Golden State. Guys, what is your expectation? Where is the bar raised to, Stink, for you when it comes to this new-look Nuggets team?
Well, I mean, they're a championship quality basketball club. They were the only ones that gave the business to, to the Thunder during the playoffs. And so they're a team, I think they have become they've become a better team since the trade and getting rid of Michael Porter Jr. I think they've become a tougher basketball team, which I thought they needed. They've become a more complete basketball team. So, I think that they're going to compete for a world championship. I think they're going to compete be all the way to the Western Conference Finals and compete to get to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the additions this offseason, now you got depth. Jokic doesn't have to play, every minute of every game, hopefully. The addition of Valanciunas, you got a true backup center. Cam Johnson in the starting lineup. I think that's going to be a better starting five with him in it. And then you look at Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., and hopefully you continue to see the development of Strother and Watson. But this team is loaded, and you finally have some solid veteran depth pieces that you can rely on and lean on throughout the course of a long season.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the East is so weak. Cleveland, the Knicks, whoever
You're
wins,
not a Knickerbockers fan?
Whoever wins the West is going to win the NBA championship. So, to me, the bar is set at Western Conference Finals. Because if you get to the Western Conference Finals and win them, then you're automatically going to go to the NBA Finals and win the NBA championship. So you got to get the big hurdle is going to be getting out of the Western Conference Finals. So that to me is
you need to avoid OKC for as long as possible too.
And to me, I look at the Nuggets season the exact same way I look at the Avalanche. Both teams, the glow of their championships has faded. There's a new look to their teams now, much different than the teams that won those championships. So there needs to be a renewed sense of urgency right from the start of the season. The Avalanche, to their credit, have come out like gangbusters. They show that they're serious right from the start. Nuggets need to do the same. I anticipate they will. It starts tonight. Coming up next, Sean Payton. He talks about it. All those screens, and his play calling. What does he have to say? That's next.
Do Bo Nix and the Broncos learn something about themselves with a win over the Giants?
Bo Nix is clutch. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And this team is going to know that when they're down, they're never out. After 2 fourth-quarter, 14-plus point comebacks, this team's going to feel like we've always got a chance.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, winter is coming, and if you know somebody like I do who hates driving in the snow and getting down his driveway, send them to Siltahar Motors. They are ready to go for winter. Stocked up on all-wheel drive Broncos sports. You can buy a 2025 Broncos Sport for only $25,999 or lease for only $299 per month. Siltahar currently has a huge inventory, over 1,000 new and used vehicles available to choose from all 5 of their dealerships, including Ford, Lincoln, Volvo, Mazda, all in one place. Check out their entire inventory at sthmotors.com. In fact, do all your shopping at sthmotors.com. Siltahar Motors has been locally owned and operated for over 60 years. This allows them to offer the lowest prices in town, offer top dollar for your trade-in, and make it easier to get into that new or used car with different financing options. Don't get stuck on Mount Crumpet this winter. Check out the 2025 Broncos Sport at sthmotors.com and conveniently located at Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors, get everything you want from a dealership.
Every time I turn around, my friends at Pure Talk give me one more reason to feel good about switching. This month, for instance, they're supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat veterans struggling with PTSD. The result? They're saving lives on both ends of the leash. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. I like being in business with an American wireless company who shares my values. Yeah, I appreciate unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and I bet you will too. But I think you'll really appreciate doing business with a company who gives back to the men and women who volunteered to defend our country. Just dial pound 250. Say micro. With Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team, you can switch in as little as 10 minutes. Again, dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Big deals on windows and siding. Order in October, finance with them, and pay nothing until November 2027. Be warm for the holidays. Call 5280 Exteriors. Low monthly payments. 5280 Exteriors. The altitude of quality.
Peanut butter and jelly. Music and dancing. Salt and pepper. At Excel Energy, we believe some things just work better together. Like a heat pump. The 2-in-1 unit that can both cool and heat your home. And better yet, it does so using energy more efficiently than a traditional HVAC system. Better yet, you can also save money on a heat pump with rebates at excelenergy.com/heat pumps. Cooling, heating, and savings. That's a lot to get pumped about. All in one package.
Hey, it's Stink here, and my gal Bonnie says O'Meara has 1,000 vehicles, including cars, trucks, and SUVs.
Right now, the lowest lease payments ever on trucks, like Ford Bronco, $479, or Ford F-150, $449, and 0% interest is available.
So 1,000 vehicles and 0% interest?
That's right. Lease a Ford Bronco, $479 a month, or Ford F-150, $449 a month. At O'Meara, we make it fast, fun, and easy. O'MearaFord.com.
Stock SKF 18820, SLA 87980. Excludes tax, government fees, and a $7.99 dealer handling fee.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America. Proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. Forced surrender.
I tried. We tried. Didn't work. You have my permission. Have fun.
Opinion shaming.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans big board of BS.
No way. And an occasional superiority complex.
You realize I'm doing a national broadcast, you morons.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports.
Keep people wanting more.
Gotcha.
Start overdoing it. It's just like, here it goes again.
Recapping the top sports story of the morning, Denver's own Portland Trailblazers coach Chauncey Billups has been arrested by the FBI for alleged illegal gambling. The FBI will hold a press conference coming up here around 8 o'clock our time. We'll give you more details as they come in. Sean Payton, you knew he was going to be asked about it, and you knew he might be a little bit bristly in his response about Sean, what's with all these screens you call during games?
And then there were some big ones.
Yeah.
Did you see those?
Yep.
How many? How many big ones? No, how many big screens?
Two.
No,
Three? No, more.
not enough. But watch it. Obviously, there's some looks that we didn't block exactly how we wanted to, but we ended up with some big plays by Tyler, Ingram. Bidet had a couple, so I'm not on the screen count. Next question.
Yes!
Oh, that was directly to you, Mike
That's
Evans.
my coach.
That is directly
That's my
to
coach.
you.
That's my coach. I love it. I love it.
He was thinking, Mike. He was thinking about you when he said that. He was like, "This is a shout out to that guy, Mike Evans."
He was also, I think, thinking of you and endorsing you, Stink, when he said they need to be blocked better, because that was your entire Telestrator Tuesday the other day.
Yeah.
They
Absolutely,
did have a couple.
Be blocked better.
They got it. They did it. But the screens we're talking about, it's not the screens where you kind of bait the pass rush and then you dump it over their head.
A true running back screen.
Right. Those I have no problem with those. Throw those all you want. I mean, I think I love those kind of plays. It's the throw behind the line of scrimmage screens that are
The
driving,
bubble screens
that are driving us all nuts.
The RPO, screens, those types of things. That's been the big issue. So it's just like those are kind of wasted plays. But to Sean's point, I mean, a couple of them work, but I don't know. I'm trying to bat more than 30%. I'm trying to do better than like 3 out of 10 work. That's kind of where I'm at with this. Is I'd rather just let Bo, hey, just run a normal play, or let's just block it up and run it. I think we'll have more success doing it that way. What are you smacking on, Mark?
Yeah, I had a piece of banana. I had a piece of the banana bread in the break, Stoke, and you know what? I got a little bit in my teeth.
Sounds delicious.
How did those chocolate chip cookies that Mrs. S was making yesterday during our show? How'd those come out?
The chocolate chip cookies are, as always, Mike, they're delicious.
Oh, they are.
But the banana bread, she put chocolate chips in the banana bread. So right now, I'm actually sucking a little chocolate out of my teeth, and it's delicious. But I will say this about the bubble screens and all that stuff, and this is directly to Stokley's point. Like, when I hear people, there's nothing that there's very few things, not nothing, but there's very few things that piss me off more than, well, that's an extension of the run game. It's like a long handoff. And that's something that offensive coordinators and quarterbacks say, because they don't understand the value of the run game. They don't understand like what that does to a defense, even a 2 or 3 yard gain, what it does to the defense, having to scrape yourself up off the ground, and just the nature of how that wears you out. Bubble screens don't wear out they don't wear out the front seven. You just run around, scrambling around, making tackles in the open field. There's a different level of just toughness and attitude, and different level of exertion that comes with having to get yourself up off the ground and having a nasty 3-4 yard gain. Like, there's a difference there than hey, we got this bubble screen for 5 yards, whoop-de-doo. It's completely different. So I would say I'd love less of those and more of, let's focus that energy on figuring out our run game and being able to execute in that vein.
Well, with this offense being so boom or bust, they come from behind in the fourth quarter against the Eagles and against the Giants, but what about the slow starts, and what about the play calling, Sean, from you in the first part of these football games?
Yeah, that's always a tough question. We look all the time at our sequencing, what we're calling, and if you went through each game, we went through the first half, and you looked at a number of the things that we have to clean up. I think it's more about the in-week prep. Today's practice was different. I won't get into the details, but we have to find a way to make Wednesday like Sunday, and I think that's part of it.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Today's practice was different.
Talk to me about that.
I don't know. I don't know what today's practice was like.
What's a usual Wednesday practice like, and how might you change it?
I mean, to each their own. I don't know what their Wednesday practice is like. When I practiced, it was different than how they practice now. We used to always have pads on. They can only put pads on 14 or 15 times during the season. Usually you're installing your base stuff. Like Wednesday for a guy like me, when I was a third wide, I didn't do a whole lot. It was all your base stuff that you put in. And then Thursday was more 3 wide, third down stuff, and red zone stuff on Thursday, Friday. So I don't know what would be different about the practice to try to help your football team start faster and play better early in the game. Mark, you have any thoughts on that?
My only thought to that, Stoke, and you're 100% right. Like, hey, base runs, base what we're doing. So base first down and 10. That's our base offense, and second down and 5 minus is kind of your base stuff, right? So you're going to be in the formations that you're going to be in, and maybe it's just an adjustment. It could be an adjustment of, hey man, in base we're only going to run these 3 personnel groups instead of 5 personnel groups. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's just the way you practice, the intensity with which you practice. So we always used to, during the Mike Shanahan time, when we're in no pads on Wednesday. Like, Wednesday was faster. Like, our practices always felt faster than the games. And there is a process of learning how to practice without pads on, and that it's not patty cake, that it's full go, full speed, no practice. You just eliminate the big collisions. That's the only thing that should be different. On the line of scrimmage, there should be no difference whatsoever between the way you practice without pads on Wednesday, like your run game stuff, and the way you practice if you had pads on. There should be zero difference at all, other than if we're pulling on counter or power and I get to the linebacker, in the hole at 4 yards deep, I don't truck him. I pull up and he pulls up. That's the only difference. But everything else should be identical to what you're doing on Sunday. So maybe it's just the way they're practicing. I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll see what it looks like on Sunday. Can tell you this, Fan Flyaway's back. This is going to be a good one. Thanks to 303 Law 4040, we're sending one lucky listener and a guest. Stoke is volunteering to Phoenix in February for the biggest party in golf. And what you'll get is 2 tickets to Saturday's round at TPC Scottsdale. Round trip airfare for 2 from Denver. 2 nights hotel stay. $500 spending money. For more information and to register, head to thefanflyaway.com. If you've entered one of our previous Flyaway contests, you're already registered for this one. Because once you sign up for one Flyaway, you're entered for all future Flyaways. We've got 4 Down Territory coming up, and Javonte Williams himself tells us why he's doing so well in Dallas after looking so ordinary here. That's next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
You do a lot for other people. How about you do something for yourself, especially if you're dealing with hair loss? Meet the outstanding team at Advanced Hair Restoration, and I do mean team. From legendary Dr. Tanya Pauls to her all-star staff, take advantage of a free consultation. Learn all about Advanced Hair's simple one-day hair loss solution that's guaranteed to regrow your own natural hair. You choose how much and where, and Advanced Hair does the rest. Okay, sounds too easy, right? What's the catch? No catch. Believe me, I know. Over 20 years ago, I wondered the same thing, but I had this done. Good information-packed consultation, one relaxing, stress-free day to have it all done, easy aftercare, and new hair, my hair, started to regrow immediately and continuing to grow 2 decades later. Winner of Westward's Best of Denver 2 years in a row. For a limited time, get a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, $250 off. Just call 720-459-HAIR and at advancehair.com. That's advancehair.com.
Attention Denver and Colorado Springs. This is a can't-miss real estate buying opportunity Saturday, October 25th. 35, 50, and 105-acre ranches starting at just $59.9. The ranches have big mountain views and utilities like electricity, high-speed internet, and county-maintained road frontage, All just minutes from Colorado Springs. 35 acres, just $59.9. 50 acres, just $89.9. 105 acres, just $149.9. This is your chance to buy a huge piece of land in the booming Colorado Springs market. This is not an auction. The prices are set and the ranches are priced to sell in a single day, Saturday, October 25th. Call our friendly staff for more information or to book your appointment. Call 866-CO-RANCH. That's 866-CO-RANCH. 866-267-2624.
Fall weather is on the way. Are you and your vehicle ready? At Castle Rock Chevy GMC, we've got you covered with certified service. Right now, when you purchase an oil change, tire rotation, cabin air filter, and engine air filter, we'll throw in a set of free wiper blades because clear vision on the road is priceless when the weather turns. Don't wait until the first storm hits. Swing by Castle Rock Chevy GMC today and keep your ride running smooth all season long. Castle Rock Chevy GMC, where hometown service meets unbeatable value. Castle Rock Chevy GMC.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto-pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Job shaping. You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver. Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies.
Of course.
So make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, as we start to really dive into the Cowboys and what kind of challenges they pose, they are the number one offense, guys, in the NFL. And a big reason why, Javonte Williams. Yes, that Javonte Williams, the guy who the Broncos said no thanks, and there wasn't a whole lot of pushback from Broncos country about the idea of letting Javonte go, but he has looked like a completely different back this year in Dallas as he's rushed for 592 yards already and 6 touchdowns. He's averaging 84 yards per game on the ground. Sean Payton, when asked about Javonte Williams having success.
He's a terrific guy, terrific player, and, we're proud of him. He's a great teammate. He's certainly, right at the top of the league in a lot of numbers.
Javonte, glad to be a Cowboy.
I mean, once free agency started, phones started ringing. A lot of teams started calling. I felt like the Cowboys was the best place for me. I just felt the love, and I'm glad I'm here.
And what is the difference this year compared to last?
Just mentally, I feel like I'm on a different level. Just understanding the plays and things like that, and I feel like that's what the NFL is. Everybody on the field is talented, everybody fast, so you're not going to just beat people with just pure speed or just talent. You got to actually have them.
Stoke, are you surprised by what Javonte Williams is doing this year based on what you watched the last couple of years?
Yeah, he wasn't good the last 2.5 years. So absolutely, post injury, he hadn't looked like the same running back, and he wasn't very productive last year at all. He looked bad, honestly. So yes, I am really surprised with how well he's doing. But to what Sean was saying, you can tell he's a good guy. He's a good teammate. No one has anything bad to say about Javonte Williams. So I'm happy for the guy. I'm glad that he's playing so well.
You know what? The thing that resonated with me there is everybody's talented. Everybody, works hard. It's the understanding of the scheme, the mentality of knowing what I'm supposed to do, which is really interesting to me because that's when you become a really good player. And obviously, he was battling coming back from that devastating knee injury. And, mentally, you've got to cure that. You got to jump over that hurdle. It's always hard when you come back and you're not sure if you can trust your body or not. And then to couple that with, hey, when I'm out, let me learn this game at a more global level. And that, to me, is what separates the really good players that play for a long time and the guys who are flash in a pan. The guys who really understand the game. So that's really cool. To hear that is really cool.
Brian Schottenheimer, Cowboys coach, on what they liked about Javonte.
The suddenness, the ability to jump cut, the way he would run through contact, yards after contact, to me is a big thing for running backs. I like big backs, I really do. I think it's that type of league right now with how everything is played and physical. But you do see a guy that creates explosives. Why does he do that? Because he doesn't hesitate. It jumped off the film, and it wasn't, again, something that they felt like, but.
What film are they looking at? Prior to the ACL? Because the Javonte Williams I watched the last couple of years never seemed to step out of tackles. Got ankle tackled a lot. I didn't see an explosive running back. Not since post ACL.
No, he's just. That's another coach lie.
That's another coach lie?
Yeah, coach lie.
Okay.
You're just hyping your guy up. But, we watched him for, 4 years here. And, after that injury, he just hasn't been the same running back. He was not productive at all. He wasn't productive.
Well,
listen, man, he wasn't. But if you look at the film before he got injured, before he tore up his ACL, that dude was a battering ram. And he would seek out contact and try to just lambaste people and then run through those tackles. So if you're saying, hey, man, he's a couple years removed from the ACL, we saw a couple of, if you go through, there was a couple of runs that he had good runs over the last couple of years, just a few.
Well, I hope so, Mark.
Right.
He was our starting running back. I hope he had a couple of them, buddy.
He had a couple of them, but if you're looking at it from a coaching
buddy there.
Right. If you're looking at it from a coaching standpoint, Stoke, you're going, hey, man, if he could be this again. If we saw flashes of it, so maybe we can bank on that. It is a coach lie because there weren't nearly enough of those. But
we just need 5 years post ACL, and then maybe he'll get back to form.
Maybe if he had 4 or 5 more seasons, Stoke, maybe then.
Oh, finally, you're pulling your weight here. It's been a while since.
How did I miss that?
It's been a while since you contributed to the Zach By Sensitivity Smear campaign. Now rolling along in day number 274. But before we. Give the Cowboys, all this credit for, we looked at the tape and it just jumped out at us. He signed a 1-year, $3 million contract with a $1.5 million base salary. The rest was incentives, okay? So this was veteran minimum.
Yeah.
This was as veteran minimum as it gets. So, this was a guy who was just like, hey, let's take a flyer on him. And hey, to Javonte's credit, it has worked out. Now I'll be curious to see, does Brian Schottenheimer and their very, very outstanding general manager there with the Dallas Cowboys, do they lock him up to a long-term deal? Do they pay him big money based on what he's done? Because right now it's tremendous. He is the second leading rusher in the NFL. Jonathan Taylor is number 1. Javonte is number 2. But there's J.K. Dobbins at number 7. Dobbins has rushed for 523 yards. Javonte has rushed for 592. So not a huge difference between their guy and our guy.
Wow. I didn't know J.K. Was ranked that high.
He was top 5 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, just it hadn't been the same. There hadn't been a commitment level there. And then when you're falling behind, they have stuck with the run, but you can only stick with it for so long.
This is the week. There are no more excuses, okay? If I'm Sean Payton, you know what? For all the critics out there, just say, okay, here you go. This is the worst rushing defense in the NFL. We're going to run the football. And we're going to find out. We're going to find out what our running game is like. We're going to find out what our offensive line is like. We're going to find out what our running backs are like. Because if they can't run against this group, well then,
first drive is going to be
don't bother.
What happens the first drive is like last week? Pass.
then fair to be open season on second-guessing Sean right from the start.
Yeah, you got to come into this game saying, "Hey, man, we're going to establish 2 or 3 things that we do well. Like we're gonna lean into these 2 or 3 run plays, that all balance and all fit off one another. And damn it, at the end of the game, we're gonna have 200 yards rushing, and we're just gonna. That's how we're gonna win this game. And we're gonna keep Dallas's offense off the field. If you don't come away with what's the over/under? You got to come away with at least 150 plus, right?
Yes. 30. Don't you? I would think at least, and it can't just be, well, you got 150 and you got 60 on one run. I'm talking about there should be 30. What would be the over/under on rushing attempts? Assuming they just don't completely shoot themselves in the foot and the defense just is out to lunch and they fall behind 2 touchdowns early again. If that doesn't happen, what's the over/under, guys, for rushing attempts? 29.5? 30.5?
I was gonna say I'm gonna put them in at least 32 attempts. So 30.5.
Okay, and you'll go over 32.
Good with that?
Yeah, 30.5.
I'd go over. I'd take 32 reps.
Yeah, over.
Yeah. Over 30.5.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the week to do it.
It really is.
For everyone clamoring, run the football, run the football, run the football. Okay.
I'd like to see R.J. Harvey, eat a little bit, and get some. He really hasn't done much at all here recently. Maybe get more opportunities running the football to see if he can get in a rhythm. I don't know. I think he provides something to that backfield, but it seems like his opportunities have gone down in the running game.
Well, Mark, I think with all these rookie running backs, you're going to be seeing one this weekend in New England with Trevion Henderson from Ohio State. I think he was a second-round pick. And
his opportunities have gone down, too, I believe.
He's not doing much as a running back at all, I don't think.
Yeah, he's not getting a ton of time, and they haven't run the ball very effectively. Last week was the first time they've run the ball pretty well, but Judkins also is with Cleveland, and they don't run the ball very well in Cleveland.
Oh, he had a big game last week, though.
He had that big game on one 45-yard carry. He ended up with 25 carries for 88 yards or something. So, and he had one carry that was 40 yards. So the rest of the carries, he's averaging 2 yards a carry or whatever it was. But, they don't have the threat. I mean, they're just facing 8, 9-man boxes all the time because nobody's scared of their quarterback right now.
Let's get to 4-down territory.
It's time for 4-down territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth react to the latest action both on and off the gridiron. Kicking things off with First Down.
Well, Sean Payton with a little back and forth with our buddy Troy Rank of the Denver Post when it came to talking about that penalty that Sean got for coming on the field.
You said after the game that you're getting the penalty was silly. I understood kind of why you didn't.
Well, hindsight, it put him. Yeah, I get it. I heard. Yeah, I got it.
The players loved it. So, but how do you balance emotional? You can't.
I can't. Listen. Yeah, it was. I can't criticize, but I can disagree with, and we got the incomplete sign from both, and then all of a sudden there was so. Not even thinking about it, it put them that much closer. They scored. It gave us more time.
He's taking credit for it.
Well, it did help. It did help that the ball got put to the 1.
Well, of course it did. But, I mean, he wasn't trying to do that.
No.
There were some people, I think Dover and Cecil, were speculating that, he was trying to possibly do that. But it ended up working out for him. So sometimes a negative turns into a positive, and that's what happened.
Do you think because the ball got moved from the 2 to the 1. All right, so the penalty was being put down at the 2. Do you think if, let's say, that pass interference call occurred at the 15, do you think he still comes out to complain?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you?
I think he was pissed.
You don't think in his mind he quickly understood that, if I get thrown for a flag here, it's not going to be that much?
I think he was just pissed off, and he went out there to just let them know that he was ticked.
Okay.
I agree. I don't think he's really thinking about that. I think he was just so beside himself that they would throw that flag in that situation that, it wouldn't have mattered if it was a 15 or the 2.
By the way, Riley Moss, The White Shadow?
Yeah, talk to me.
You ready for this? How about this for a stat? According to Next Gen Stats, Collinsworth loves Next Gen Stats. Isn't he part owner of that? I don't know. Riley Moss has allowed the lowest completion percentage of any NFL defensive back this season. 39% completion percentage against Riley Moss when targeted. So, and that kind of, guys, fits with what the season-long running narrative has been about Riley Moss, is that despite the fact that he just seems like a major liability out there, all the numbers say he's actually having a Pro Bowl-type season, Stoke. So who is Riley Moss? How should we view Riley Moss?
Well, obviously he's having a really good year, and he's a really good cornerback. I think the problem with him is he gives up too many explosive plays. That's the issue here. We remember the Philly play on third down and, long, and next thing you know, he's letting Javonte Smith run right by him. Just plays like that. You got to keep guys in front of you. But overall, for his second year of being a true starter, he's been great.
He has been really good. You look at the way he's getting targeted all the time, right? Because they're staying away from PS2, so he gets targeted all the time. So when you do see him give up a catch, you don't see many completed balls against Denver's defense, at least on the other side of the football field, on the other corner. So he's the one that gets targeted the majority of the time, he and the slot guys. And so that's one of the things. When you see a completion, it's usually on Riley Moss because he's the guy getting targeted. And he's getting targeted, to Stoke's point, on deep shots.
I guess
go balls, Stoke, go balls.
Well, that's the thing.
Balls.
That's the thing. I think maybe just when it comes to just playing regular corner, he's been really good. It's just, man, those go balls and the and the PIs. He just seems like such there's like a bullseye on his back when it comes to these deep shots, and he's such a pass interference liability on those plays. I got to be honest, I'm partially terrified of the idea of him checking George Pickens on Sunday.
What about CeeDee Lamb?
Well, I would think Surtain's going to get CeeDee Lamb. I would hope.
Well, yeah. You're probably right.
I really don't want to see Riley Moss on
CeeDee
Lamb
travel?
either.
Do they travel, Surtain and follow CeeDee Lamb, or do they just, hey, you're on your – both those guys are playing great right now. CeeDee Lamb came back last week from an injury. He had a great game. Pickens has had 3 weeks now. I think he's just been playing unbelievable. So both those guys are a problem right now.
Well, if Surtain's on either one, I don't worry about it. But
Yeah.
I'm going to be
concerned.
Yeah, because
T. Higgins vibe like last year.
T. Higgins, Devontae Smith vibe. Yeah. So we'll see.
Second down.
Bo Nix, when asked about style points. Oh, you know how I feel about those style points. What about you, Bo?
Well, I think, there's a lot of ways to win a game. Obviously, there's our preferences, the ways we want to win. But at the same time, it's tough to win in this league. They were a hungry football team. They were ready to play. They'd come off a couple of good wins. They had a long weekend. And so they were, had an edge that we didn't have at the beginning. You never want to make excuses, but, schedules can be tough. We've had a difficult schedule as of late. Haven't let us, knock us down. We've continued to stack wins. We just got a competitive edge to us right now. Whatever, by any means necessary, we're just going to get the job done, whether it's a special teams play, a defensive play, or an offensive play. And at times, everybody past several weeks have made the plays necessary to win games. Now, style points are another thing. You always want to look pretty doing it. You always want to look better. You want to find the mistakes and fix them. And that's what, that's why we're out here practicing. We're only on week 7 of the season, going on week 8. So a lot to be learned and a long season ahead of us. But, we're not satisfied with where we're at, but at the same time, doing something that hadn't been done here in a long time. So that's also something to, be confident in as well.
Guys, do we need to pay more attention, give more credence, and maybe give the Broncos a little bit more benefit of the doubt for what they've had to deal with the last 3 weeks? Playing a Monday night, short week, going out to the East Coast, then heading over to London, then coming back, choosing of your own volition not to have a bye week, after the London game, but, dealing with the effects of coming back. Should we give them more credit, and should the schedule be talked about more, Stoke, in terms of grading and evaluating what these guys have done the last few weeks?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been difficult. You go to Philly on a Friday, and then you go right after the game to London, and you're in London for the whole week, and then you fly back. So you're gone, and in football play, you're out of your routine this early in the season. That's not ideal. So yeah, it's been difficult for them, certainly, and they've adapted well. I mean, they've figured out ways to win football games. There's still a concern there, though. For me, offensively. And that's been a concern in training camp. So it's not like this schedule and them, going to and being gone for so long and their routine getting all messed up, I think has affected this offense. But they've done a good job of overcoming, this part of the schedule and finding ways to win games.
And Stink, they're back in their routine this week. So
yeah,
no more excuses, allowances for that.
Right. Well, I mean, Bo's 100% right. It's been tough. You know what? Nobody cares. The season is hard. And you being tired is not an excuse for you just to miss a block. You being tired is not an excuse for you to have a mental error, a bust. Like everybody's tired. Everybody has soreness. That's not it's not a jet lag is not an excuse, Stoke.
No,
you can't have jet lag is not an excuse.
How long does that last? How long does it? Is it jet lag both ways? Is it just one? We got to find a new sleep specialist. I don't think that one worked. We get a new one.
Yeah,
new one.
Yeah.
Apparently, jet lag lasts not only when you go out to London, but the week after you come back from London.
Right.
So hopefully, it doesn't linger into 2 weeks post London.
Let us hope not.
Third down.
Well, you can understand why Dallas Cowboys coach Brian Schottenheimer understands that Denver is kind of a tough place to play.
This is a tough place to go and play. I mean, it's a good football team. They're well coached. They're talented. Sean's obviously a championship coach, and I've played a number of games there. And shoot, Denver haunts the Schottenheimers in some regards, so I don't want to go back to whatever it was, whatever year it was bad. But, yeah, the old fumble and Jeremiah Castile. But, yeah, it's a tough place to play. The fans are made. But I told the guys today, I said, hey, I love going there because it's going to be loud and crazy. And
oh, poor Marty Schottenheimer. What the Broncos, what you guys did to poor Marty. They all thought that was going to be the year in Kansas City, right? They all thought that was the year. What were they, 13-3 that year?
What happened?
13
Fill me in.
3.
Yep.
That I gave the speech. So
that was the speech year.
That was the speech year. Yes.
Really? So what was happen with the fumble? What is he talking about?
That goes back to his days with Cleveland, right?
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Ernest Biner fumbled.
Oh, I thought there was a different fumble. He's talking about the fumble.
That was
okay.
Yeah, that was the fumble. But yeah, that 13-3 team. It's when I gave the speech that.
And the rest is history.
Yep. The rest is. I mean, we went on to win a championship. I mean, you can't refute it.
Nope.
So. What happened?
That speech, man, somewhere. It's written, it's laminated.
Well, I think
it's buried.
What's going to happen is, it's either at the facility or at the stadium. I'm guessing it's probably at the facility because that's probably where the speech was. So once they clean that thing out, and it's going to come to life, and I'm sure that Greg Penner has a perfect spot for it at the new facility.
See, what I would do is I would take it, and when they build the new stadium, I would pick a specific spot and I'd place it, as the concrete's being poured.
Yeah, just put it like a glass deal where you just walk over it and look down.
No, it's buried.
Like the Declaration of Independence.
Buried in the stadium.
Oh, it's buried.
It's buried in.
No, we gotta let this see the light of the day. Yes, and read it.
Yeah.
Well, first off, guys, I want you to know that I didn't write anything down. It was straight from the heart.
Oh,
so
we're just getting new details.
I never wrote anything down. I just got up and
did you
bared my soul.
So can you imagine
maybe somebody transcribed
the butcher?
Can you imagine? I mean, we listen to
me trying to read it.
We listen to his reads every day. Can you imagine him trying to get up and read that in front of the team?
Hey, whoa,
butcher.
Whoa. You know what?
Do you
two?
All love, Mr. Martinez. I mean, he was the guy that figured it all out, turned it all around.
Was Elway taking notes? And maybe there's he has a notebook with taking notes from the speech.
Could have.
Right.
I wasn't paying attention. I was in a zone.
Were focused.
You were in the zone. I was in a zone. I was just, spewing, just spitting truth right from the heart.
Extemporaneous.
Oh my gosh, it was.
I think I used that correctly.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Right
Speaking
off
extemporaneously.
Right
Off
right
the
off
cuff.
the cuff.
Ad-libbing type thing. Okay, here we go.
1, 2, 3. 4th down.
Well, tonight, we have Thursday night football as the Chargers will get ready to host Minnesota. The Chargers, after that 3-0 start, the AFC West is a wrap, have now lost 3 of their last 4. Guys, who you going with tonight? Well, Stink, we know who you're going to go with.
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
Yeah, so how about you, Stoke?
I'm also going to go with the Chargers.
Me too.
But it would be great if they lost.
Oh, wouldn't it?
That would be huge for the Broncos.
Well, Carson Wentz getting another start. By the way, what's going on with J.J. McCarthy? Is this guy ever going to play NFL football? I mean, I'm just kind of wondering.
A couple years.
What is officially, what's his injury?
An ankle, I believe. I don't know.
I thought maybe he got some eye black in his eye and he can't see right now.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's good. You know,
Dude,
I
that
can't
guy's
make
way too much eye black.
I can't make as much fun of Jackson Dart. He played well last week, so I'm gonna, for the time being, cut him some slack with that silly one-eye Anakin Skywalker tribute eye black of his.
Yeah, I mean, McCarthy, he doesn't profile as a big quarterback, and now you got 2 years in a row where he's missed a lot. I mean, he didn't play at all last year, and he can't stay healthy for 3 or 4 games this year.
Well, that'll do it for 4 Down Territory. Again, our top story of the day, and we should be getting some more details here pretty soon. But the pride of Park Hill, Chauncey Billups, current head coach of the Portland Trailblazers, arrested this morning as part of a FBI investigation into alleged illegal gambling. Some of the early reports, speculation has it being around illegal poker gambling. So we'll get more details from the FBI here, and as we get them, we'll pass them along to you. But Sean Payton will reset the headlines. What did Sean Payton have to say about the Russell Wilson tweet, Dre Greenlaw's suspension, so much more? The Nuggets kicking off their season of high expectations. Where is the bar set for you? That's all coming up next.
Do the Broncos need to rip one particular play out of their playbooks?
Bubble screens, no bubble screens. If they're not working and all we're doing is throwing for 1, 0 yards, minus yards, then stop running the darn things. And if they're not able to do it and block it up, simple stuff, then you got to stop running.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
If hip or knee pain is slowing you down, turn to Colorado Joint Replacement, home to some of the state's top trained surgeons. With 4 convenient locations in Denver, Lone Tree, Littleton, and Cheyenne, Wyoming, they specialize exclusively in joint replacements, using the latest technology and highest performing implants to deliver better outcomes and faster recovery. You'll receive expert, compassionate care and a personalized surgical plan to get you moving again. Visit coloradojoint.org to schedule your appointment today. That's coloradojoint.org.
Hey, bro. Weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Hey guys, it's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Right now, they've got a great deal on windows, so take advantage before the snow starts falling. Order your windows in October, finance your project with them, and you won't pay anything until November of 2027. Be warm during the holidays. Don't wait to upgrade your home. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the cold weather arrives. Call 5280 Exteriors now and see how low your monthly payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Winning matters. Postman Law has recovered over $3 billion for clients. Injured? Call 844-POSTMAN. It's free to see if you have a case. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Catch a ride with EV and Auto. Catch a ride.
Otto, did you hear that?
It's quiet. Too quiet.
That's because it's the all-new Kia Sorento Hybrid. Runs so smooth, it's practically supernatural.
Phew. So not a ghost car?
Nope. Just 655 miles of spooky good range and fuel economy that'll make your wallet scream. What a treat! Don't ghost us. Test drive the 2025 Kia Sorento Hybrid during the Kia Fall Savings Event at Foundation Kia, where the deals are so good.
It's scary.
Visit FoundationKia.com and catch a ride.
What if you could delay your next 2 mortgage payments? That's right. Imagine putting those 2 payments in your pocket and finally getting a little breathing room ahead of the holidays. It's possible when you call American Financing today. If you're feeling stretched by everyday expenses, groceries, gas, bills piling up, you're not alone. Most Americans are putting these expenses on credit cards, and credit card rates are insane in the 20s or even 30s. American Financing can show you how to use your home's equity to pay off that debt with rates in the low 5s. Their salary-based mortgage consultants are helping homeowners just like you restructure their loans and save money every month, all without upfront fees. Their customers are saving an average of $800 a month. That's like a $10,000 raise without having to change jobs. Call American Financing before it's too late at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.196% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
If you're considering sedation dentistry and want to learn more about it, Clarkson Dental can help. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you know all the details. The highly trained professionals at Clarkson Dental have your answers. Learn more at coloradosedation.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Utter nonsense.
This thing has gone totally off the rails.
Some Cajun seasoning.
Gree-gree?
And the occasional anatomy lesson.
Yeah, we're tight.
Okay.
We're like tired of mouse nuts.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Operator, won't you put me on through? I gotta send my love down to Baton Rouge. Hurry up, won't you put her on the line?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to it as we roll into the 8 o'clock hour here on this Thursday morning. I got Stoke here. I got Stink joining us down from South Florida. He's visiting family. He'll be hopping on a plane. The white panel van will be picking him up later today to take him to the airport. He'll fly to Boston, and then he'll be calling the Patriots and Browns this weekend for Fox. But busy hour. Don't forget, we have trivia against the Drive, always one of the highlights of the week. That's coming up at 9:15. We got this on our YouTube channel response. We love all of you who are watching the show on our YouTube channel. Go out, check that out, subscribe, and please interact with not only us, but also all your other fellow YouTubers. This one's from Jason Bonney. He's a regular here on YouTube. Hey, Stoke. Kwame Brown, a little PTTD for you on this Thursday morning. I know you had.
I forgot about that.
You had that.
I knew it.
We didn't listen to you.
Right. Lesson learned for both of y'all.
Yes, the biggest lesson I take away from last week's trivia. Stink, if Stoke comes out right away Yes. And he says an answer with conviction. I think we just immediately, that's the answer. We don't even hesitate. We don't deliberate. We don't debate. We just, boom, go with it.
If he goes occasionally like Rain Man, like right off the top of his head, like Wapner, and it just falls out of his mouth, boom, you go with it.
Yep.
You just, as the leader of the organization, when he has one of those, you just go with it, Mike.
Yep, I agree.
I like it.
All right?
All right.
Yeah.
Redemption.
Fair enough. We'll have that coming up at 9:15. The big story of the sports day out there is going on in the NBA, where Chauncey Billups has been arrested by the FBI for his involvement in an alleged illegal gambling scandal.
Illegal poker operation.
It sounds like it's poker, huh? And
right.
you said, and what you're reading is they're possibly mafia ties to all
illegal
this?
poker operation tied to the mafia. I don't know, man. It's we'll see when the facts. I think they're supposed to do a press conference right now.
It's supposed
right?
to be starting here. We'll get details
So
to you as they become available.
To me, and I'm obviously speculating, it seems like he's playing in a poker game, probably a high-stakes poker game where, maybe the house is taking a cut of the action, but I don't see Chauncey being the guy taking, a cut of the action. And so I don't know. We'll see, but once I saw that it was a poker deal, I'm like, okay, is there really a lot here, or is this some people trying to pump themselves up politically right now and say, oh, the day after his game, why didn't you do it a week ago? The day after the first game of the year for him, you're arresting this guy. So we'll see what they have and what it looks like.
It also comes along with the information that Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier also arrested as part of an FBI sports betting gambling probe. So sounds like this is two different investigations, and it is led to the arrests of Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier. Again, we'll get more details on this as the story gets told to us. The FBI, again, scheduled to hold a press conference here very soon.
Yeah, and Rozier's, that one's tied to Jonte Porter's.
Right.
And so they've been investigating him for a couple years now.
Right.
And then now,
this is not the first time I've heard Rozier's name.
Right, it's been
this.
a couple years where he's been investigated, but it does have some of the same factors I think that Porter went through when they arrested him.
Man, I hope Chauncey's just wrong place, wrong time.
Exactly.
I hope, because he's such a good guy, and and he means so much to Denver. I would hate to see him have to get drugged through it, but anyhow, we'll see as we get more details.
Yeah, let's not get caught up in the trap of trying to speculate too much. Let's wait for some information to become available, and hopefully we'll have some of that here very, very soon. Other things going on today, Sean Payton backpedaling maybe better than Patrick Surtain and Riley Moss when asked about the Russell Wilson tweet calling him classless.
Look, and the euphoria, the way that game unfolded, that was strictly about Dart. I mean, and I that was in no way, shape, or form anything that was directed at Russ. So, and I might be able to see how he might perceive that, but coming off that win and watching how he played, that wasn't any intention at all.
Yeah, it was a little shot there. And he's done it in the past. So there was a lot of different ways you could have pumped up Jackson Dart without throwing in your story that when you talk to the owners of the Giants, you mentioned this. You could have just said, man, that's a good young quarterback over there. They got a good one over there. We were fortunate to get this win, whatever the case may be. But you took it a different way and a different route, and you were able to get in a shot at Russ, and that's what you like to do. So I love it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good, and then Russ, shot back at you. So now we're on to the Cowboys. All good.
Yeah, even Steven. I guarantee you one thing that won't happen. Sean's not going to reach out to Russ and apologize. I don't think that's going to happen. Right? Hey, sorry for the misunderstanding. My fault. Wasn't trying to besmirch your name in any way. I don't think that text is going to get sent. So, whatever. I'm with you, Stoke. I thought it was hilarious. And I'm glad that Russ actually, looked human for a second and went back at him. That's not something we normally see from Russ. So not all the way around, I thought it was great.
I love it. It's so much different than the boring cliche stuff that we get from sports figures most of the time. In the big scheme of thing, does it matter? No. And so for the pearl clutching texter who reached out and said, this is yet another example of Sean Payton being an arrogant jerk. He needs to go. Okay, whatever. It comes down to what
he
it always
needs to go.
It comes down to what it always comes down to. Do you win or not? Okay, if he wins, then you know what's going to end up eventually happening around here. People are going to love Sean Payton for, standing up for his guys. And, yeah, he should call out Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, stole from the Broncos and Broncos country for the time he was here. Win, and that'll happen. Lose, and he'll be out. You could have the nicest guy possible who would never say a mean word about anybody here running the Denver Broncos. And guess what happens if he doesn't win? He gone too.
We had that guy. That was Nathaniel Hackett.
Exactly.
Hugs and kisses before you walked into the facility. Sean has won. He should get the benefit of the doubt. That's all he's done here is win. And he's changed the direction of this franchise. So, yeah, guess what? It's funny. If you're losing, it's not funny. So, yeah, that's why it does come down to, whether you're winning or losing, and he's won a lot.
Most of the good coaches that I've ever met, Stoke, I don't know about you, but most of them, and I'm not saying all of them, but most of them have a pretty healthy ego.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you think Jimmy Johnson had an ego?
Right.
When he was winning championships with the Cowboys? Do you think Bill Cowher had an ego when he was winning with Pittsburgh?
Bill Parcells?
Bill Parcells.
Bill Belichick?
Bill Belichick.
Mike Shanahan.
Mike Shanahan.
Mike Shanahan?
Mike Shanahan, yep. Absolutely. I wanted you to say it because if I had said it, then,
well, you don't like Mike.
Well,
so
that's not true, but yeah. But hey.
No, I mean, we've got audio confirmation that you don't like it.
But yeah,
So,
he's
we don't have to play it. I'm just saying, you've said it before.
Sean's arrogant, he's a jerk, blah, blah, blah. If only we had nice guys like.
There's a little fungus growing up in this one section. See that burst? You feel my burst? Finally, football. Oh, God. I'm so excited. So much speed. So much speed. I want to come out in all spandex.
Yeah. If only we had a nice coach like that.
Yeah.
Would never say a bad word about anybody. Okay.
But we lose, and then everyone's mad because we're losing. I'd rather be people mad at Sean because, what, he talks a lot. And he says things that upset some people. I'd rather have it that way.
Hey.
Right?
In our business,
we win.
In our business, I love Sean. I love Sean. Keep doing what you're doing, Sean. Like the whole bit about what was the one where he was the screens. This was classic Sean yesterday. Okay, here you go. When he was asked about all the screens.
And then there were some big ones.
Yeah.
Did you see those?
Yep.
How many? How many big ones? No, how many big screens?
Two,
No,
three, no,
not enough. Go watch it. Obviously, there's some looks that we didn't block exactly how we wanted to, but we ended up with some big plays by Tyler, Ingram. Bidet had a couple, so I'm not on the screen count. Next question.
Yes!
Jerk! What a jerk!
Oh, I can't believe that.
Oh, boo! Get rid of him. He's mean.
He's so mean.
Oh my
wonderful.
goodness!
Yeah, I mean they did have a few that worked, and the one to Bidet was like 3rd and 6 on one of those last drives was a nice one. So, but when you run 20 of them and 3 work, 4 or 5, well, he said 2 or 3. He said more, no more. So okay, 4 out of 12 or 4 out of 10. That's not a high enough percentage. So they got to clean it up, and he knows that. And he, last year they did a good job with it. This year they're a bad screen team. Their passes around the line of scrimmage, within a yard of the line of scrimmage, it has not been good this year. Their percentage of completions and having success hasn't been good this year compared to what it was last year.
And you got to remember, okay, as far as Sean is concerned, he references Bill Parcells all the time, right? Parcells was his and is his mentor, right? Yes, this happened. So if you want to put it up on the big board of BS, lies, and other nonsense, you can do it. But I was sitting right there when Bill Parcells, while he was coaching the Patriots, they had a draft pick named Terry Glenn. Remember the wide receiver out of Ohio State? Yeah, he was missing practice because of a hamstring injury. And one of the reporters said, "Hey, you got an update, Coach, on Terry Glenn?" And he just kind of paused. I'll never forget it. I was sitting right there. Said, "She's doing fine. She's doing fine." And, of course, this was the early 90s, so we all like, oh, Coach, that's a knee slapper right there.
Yeah, you all didn't feign disgust. Oh, my goodness, I can't believe you said that. I hope.
Different time.
Yes. My hope is that the Broncos hit about 14 big screens, or 6 or 8 big screens, and then Sean Payton gets up at a press conference and basically just lambaste everybody about how great the screen game was. That would be my hope.
He'll keep receipts on that one, Stoke.
Yeah, he's heard it, he's seen it. He knows the way that we have criticized and scrutinized the screen game and the lack of production from it, but it's just the facts. I mean, it hasn't been good enough this year, and it was a big part of their game last year. It really was, and they had a lot of success doing it, but for whatever this year, it just hasn't worked out. They got to get it cleaned up.
More from Sean on the Dre Greenlaw suspension, 1-game suspension being upheld.
Yeah, and they don't really matter, right? We take it, you focus on the things you can control, and then you're on to the next game. Look, it was just prior precedence, that's all. So, yeah, we were clearly in his corner with the appeal. What normally has been a fine ended up being different. So, but again, we can't control that.
All right. So trying to take the high road, doesn't want to get in any more trouble with Roger Goodell, but he, again, very good at getting the little side jab in there. Like, hey, usually it was just a fine, but in this case it's a suspension. So we'll accept it and go along with it. But he got the jab in there. And I think that this is something that needs to be brought up again, because this surprised both of you, that the Dre Greenlaw suspension was upheld when normally it would be a fine. And I can't help but think that we need to pay more attention to the idea that with Roger Goodell and the powers that be there on Park Ave in New York, that there may still be lingering resentment towards Sean Payton. And is that an obstacle that the Broncos and Sean are going to have to deal with moving forward? Because let's be honest, you can't walk around, as plenty of football fans around this country believe that the Kansas City Chiefs get preferential treatment from the officials. You can't believe that possibly is happening with the Chiefs and then just say, oh, but there's no chance that there's any kind of residual resentment or bias towards Sean Payton from the NFL. You can't believe one and totally discount the other. So I think that is definitely, Stoke, an issue that's in play here that needs to be talked about with some of these controversial decisions.
Yeah, I mean,
like the Greenlaw one.
Yeah, you can't ignore it. I mean, that's why it surprised me and Mark. I mean, you just haven't seen a guy get suspended for doing that before, and now all of a sudden it happens, and it happens to Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos. Well, why? Well, obviously Sean and the league office don't really see eye to eye get along very well. So, yeah, I mean, what else are you left to think when you see all of a sudden it being handled differently than it has in the past? Just
coincidence? I think not.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think they don't like Sean very much. And Sean, frankly, probably doesn't like them very much. And it's probably warranted. And so that's exactly what you see here. But, it's funny going back to the Russ stuff. Do you think Sean, who says, hey, man, I had no idea it was the euphoric nature of the moment after the game that I talked about Jackson Dart, but he did throw that little jab, that little subtle, hey, in the past it's just been a fine, but I don't know, for whatever reason. So you don't think that was, a direct message to the NFL?
Of course.
Of course it was. So, I mean, he is a little bit more, I don't know, he has that in him, whatever that is, that, that just to just to needle people. He's got that in him.
Brian Schottenheimer, head coach of the Cowboys, talking at length yesterday about the Broncos and specifically their defense.
This is a very, very physical football team that we're getting ready to play. You know, Sean and that offense love to run the football and obviously had a huge comeback win against the Giants. And on defense, they lead the league in sacks. You know, Nick Bonito and Cooper and those guys are outstanding edge rushers. And if Surtain's not the best corner in football, he's certainly in the discussion. So talented, so poised. They're really good, but they're very physical, and that's why we need the pad to work today.
They did pads yesterday.
Oh. Ooh. Big boy football over there in Dallas now. We put pads on today.
One
day out of the week.
Put the pads on for the Broncos.
Wow. I love it. I mean, yeah, that is a physical defense. It's a defense that gets after you. So I guess, you know, if you only had a certain amount of padded practices to use, I mean, I probably would use it when I face the Broncos also.
Really? Are the Broncos a physical offense again?
No, not offense, defense.
No, he talked about the offense, and then he said, and Sean loves to run the football.
Well, that's coach lie again.
Okay, another coach lie.
Yeah, that's just coach lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark, do you see any physicality with this offense?
Yeah, they're really physical as they blow by you and miss your blocks. Like it's still like when they're missing blocks, nobody misses blocks with more physicality, Stoke, than the Denver Broncos. They're a physical block missing group right there. I mean, Johnny Bier is getting his ass kicked.
Man.
That guy, Johnny Bier, has no chance when he's facing the Broncos. They will block him up.
Wow. Okay. But, yeah, definitely with the defense. So they went padded practice. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that is – Stokes 100% right. That's all about how the defense plays.
And here's the deal this week, though, too. The defense needs to clean up some things, right? We're talking about how great they are, and they've been great. They have. But they got to clean up some things. And, you know, the first touchdown, when you watch the first touchdown – and the tight end being wide open, we've seen the tight end open a couple times wide open, just blown coverages. Our guy Hufanga, you know, he's playing a little bit like Troy Polamalu, his mentor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's just kind of he freelances sometimes. You can tell he's got great awareness. He's a coach on the field, that type of guy, right? But you know, when you have deep middle of the field, you can't be all of a sudden 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, you know, freelancing. So hopefully lesson learned there where we're just not blowing coverages and assignments because we see something. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, he took the bait. He took the hook on that, was it a wheel route to Bellinger for that long touchdown that he got sucked up in? Is that the one? I think that's the one, right?
I'm just talking about the first touchdown. I don't know.
I think
you're
that's
talking about wills and, you know, all these things.
Well, listen, you know, that's a result of my film study.
Right.
Okay. After my
hey Mike, I got a
investigation of the All-22.
You came up with the same thing also. Okay.
Yeah, I got a telestration. I'm going to come up with a telestrator Friday for you, Mike.
An assignment?
Yeah, an assignment for you, just in your vast film study that you do every week. That'd be good. That'd be good for you.
I'll break down wheel routes for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Tonight, the Denver Nuggets kick off their season.
Go.
High expectations. All of our hoops guys at DenverSports.com, from James Marilat to Jake Shapiro, Anilo Piro, Zach By.
Our MVP. Zach By, the MVP.
The MVP.
4 points.
Yeah. 4 points.
4 points. They lost 114-16, and he scored 4 points, and he got the MVP.
But a bunch of rebounds, too.
Yeah, oh, gosh. He's going to give the effort to get the rebounds.
He's going to wipe the glass.
Yes.
Hey, let me just say this, though. One of those shots, I mean, he was dribbling. He had handles, and then he pulled up for a jumper, and it went down, Stoke. It was two of those 4 points were as beautiful 2 points as you've ever seen.
Really?
I saw it. Yeah. Oh, I saw the video. The video.
I haven't seen the video, so I should put some more respect on it.
Yeah, you should check it out.
I think
those 2 points. I don't know what the second 2 points look like, but the first 2 points
I
I saw,
I already know.
Big time.
He was cherry picking on the next two.
You think so?
Cherry
You think?
picking and probably, somebody got the rebound and just chunked it down there.
Would have loved to have seen you out there because there was a time,
You
folks.
as in who?
You.
Oh, no.
There was a time back in the day, he was a stud football player there at Louisiana Lafayette, but you were a hooper there for Marty Fletcher's Raging Cajuns as well, huh?
That's right. Our great Todd Reinhardt that
Yep.
works over there at DU was assistant coach on the staff. And, I went out for the basketball team my freshman year. Lasted about a month or so and said, this is probably isn't for me. But, no, I love basketball. I was pretty good at basketball.
What was your game? What was your what made you stand out as a basketball player? Were you more like a point guard? Like I could see you being like one of those really annoying Duke point guards. Were you a point guard type guy? Like a Wojo?
Slap the floor.
You strike me more like a
Bobby Hurley.
No,
Bobby.
You're more of a Wojo than a Bobby Hurley type. But or were you a shooter?
No, I wasn't a shooter.
No, you were a scrapper.
Look, I'm going to the rim.
Yeah.
Explosive.
Yeah.
Off the bounce. Right? I'm going to the rim, and I'm going to try to punch it on your head. Why are y'all laughing? I'm being serious. That wasn't a joke. Ask Todd Reinhardt. Right?
No. I believe you.
Yeah, it sounds like you believe me.
No, I just like the exclamation point. You're going to punch it on your head.
Yeah.
That's like I'm going to take that one too. Just like I took your tossing dudes out the club. That one, I'm like punch it on your head. I like that, Stoke.
All right.
Yeah, very, very eager to watch the Nuggets. We've gotten so used to the core over the last several years. Now that core has changed, and Michael Porter Jr. is gone, but the total 180 from last year when it comes to the bench. And instead of all the young players, now we got veteran players in there. We got and David Adelman. He did a great job last year, but this is the start of it's his team. What is he implementing? What kind of stamp is he going to put on this team? It's going to be fascinating to watch over the next several months.
I'm more excited about the start of this season than I have been, and probably since the year after they won it all. So 3 years or so? Because of the changes they made. Last year is kind of like, I don't know. It was stale. And now with these additions, getting rid of Michael Porter Jr., the addition of Cam and the rest of the bench, I'm fired up to see what it looks like.
I'm more fired up since any year since the championship year. Even the year after they won the championship, you're still kind of basking in the glow of the championship. But now it's like, okay, that was awesome, but that's faded a bit, and now it's time to go get another one.
Re-energized.
And to see all these new faces, new coach, see how it all comes together. I'm looking ahead to this season with more interest than any season since the one that they won the championship. So it all starts tonight at Golden State.
Yeah.
Western Conference Finals or bust for this
Agree.
team.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
100%. They got to be there. They got to be there. And I think Stoke made a good point earlier, man. You got to avoid Oklahoma City Thunder when you get to the playoffs. So this is a year that you've actually got to pay attention to your seeding.
Yep.
You got to be one or two. You got to be one or two.
Hey.
If you're two, that's fine. If OKC's one, but you can't be 3 or 4, then meeting OKC in the second round.
My feeling with the Nuggets and the Avs, who have a fun one tonight against Carolina, a possible Stanley Cup preview. The urgency is back for the entire regular season. I want no more Game 7s in somebody else's rink or somebody else's gym. I want them here. So there's got to be an emphasis on the regular season with the goal to be the number one seed overall. Both these teams should, and that's got to be the goal, be the number one overall seed in both the NHL and the NBA. So the championships have to run through Denver.
And next, we're going to have Telestrator Thursday. Mike Evans breaks down wheel routes.
Wheel routes next.
Is Sean Payton ignoring one of his best weapons on offense?
Your run game is a huge part of why you get down to the 2-yard line and you are throwing the ball in consecutive sequences. It's unhealthy. You're at the 2. Your running back is averaging 6 yards a carry.
Preach.
Do not put an agenda over the team.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Baseball season's heating up, and so is Twin Peaks. The bases are loaded, the beverages are cold, and the views always scenic. Catch every pitch at the #1 sports bar in town. Who are you rooting for? Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
It's back! Football is back, Broncos country, which means summer is almost over, and that means it's time for game days. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you got to get there in style and on time. So let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle the traffic and parking, and you handle the rest, which means have as much fun as possible and make as many memories as you can. So let Hermes Worldwide get you to and from the game safe. All you need to do is call Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
For over 50 years, they redefined rock. The spirit lives on. Geddy Lee and Alex Lifeson celebrate 50 years of Rush 50-something tour. October 5th, Ball Arena. Buy pre-sale tickets for City Card members Friday at 12 p.m. through Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Before the general public on sale Friday, October 31st at 12 p.m. Get tickets at rush.com.
Snow is coming, and Siltahar Motors is ready, stocked up on a boatload of Broncos sports built for adventure in rain, sleet, or snow. Only at Siltahar Motors. Buy a 2025 Broncos Sport for only $25,999 or lease for only $299 per month. Siltahar has the top selection with over 1,000 new and used vehicles available to choose from 5 different brands, all at one location. See their complete inventory of new and used vehicles at sthmotors.com. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Another summer is ended, and you may have noticed that your energy is lower, your workouts aren't as productive. Perhaps you aren't sleeping as well and feel foggy all the time. Maybe even your sex drive is off. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're experiencing some or all of these symptoms, it's likely you have low testosterone. And if that's what's going on with you, don't wait. You need to call us at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic and get treated for your low T. Because living with low testosterone is no way to live. With our low T treatments, if you're like most guys, your life will change considerably. Improved sleep, better energy, greater gains in the gym, better mental clarity, and your sex drive will likely improve as well. Plus, most men see these results in just a few weeks. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Any way you want it, it's the way you need it. Any way you want it.
Self-appointed nicknames.
Obviously, I am the hockey guy at this station.
Grammar lessons.
High five, Fama Jamma.
And Oscar-worthy impressions.
My version was, get off my plane.
Okay.
Yours was,
get off my plane. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, again, the big story in sports made even larger because of the local connection. Chauncey Billups has been arrested for his alleged role in a illegal poker gambling ring that is reportedly tied to the mafia. FBI is holding a press conference right now. We're getting some of the details, but Chauncey Billups arrested for his alleged involvement in an illegal poker ring tied to the mafia, and getting more details about what his role in all of this was. We're gathering all the information. We'll share that with you as we
it doesn't sound good.
Clear it all up
just
for you.
Hearing some of the early reports, it doesn't sound good at all. It makes you question, like, what was going on? What would you be thinking to get yourself involved in that? So we'll see. We'll see when all the news comes out. But like you said, we're getting into real time right now. But you just hope that it's these charges and these accusations that they're not right, that they're wrong.
Well,
yeah. Usually the FBI ain't playing around when they come out and they're having a press conference right now.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he was just some
in the wrong
place
right.
wrong time type of situation here for Chauncey. So we'll get more of the details. Richie Carney, Ty Fuji are working on putting it all together for us, and we'll reveal that as we become aware. We want to make sure we have all the details before we get them out there. Do not want to get caught up in reckless, rampant speculation. So we'll get those to you here in just a little bit. In the meantime, we look forward to the Broncos and Cowboys coming up on Sunday, and much more from Bo Nix yesterday as he talked at length about the need to make the games and the practices leading up to the games somehow make them feel the same.
Well, we've been trying to do that. I think that's the most important part of practice is to make it like a game. I think you got to work with the schedule and work with whatever practice flow you get, make it look like a game and make it intense and put pressure on yourself in a huddle and break in the huddle and on a play and get the urgency up and everything that goes into a game day and make it feel real. So we play with great effort at practice and that carries over. But I think just how can we be more urgent and how can we make the pressure go up in practice at all times. I think we've done a really good job of that sometimes, and then at other times we've let maybe other things get in the way. But we're excited about this week. I think everybody's got a little bit of an edge, wanting to play a little bit better.
Come on, guys. It sounds good, but you can't do that in today's NFL. You guys, the players, have taken all that out of the game. You don't really prepare for the regular season in training camp anymore because you don't hit. So the first month of the season is really kind of considered as an extension to the preseason. So once you get into the season, it's going to be even less real football that you're practicing. So, sorry, you're going to have to come up with another way to somehow make the practices feel like the game, Stoke. I just don't see how you do it in today's NFL.
It's a very difficult thing to do. So it's you just got to kind of figure it out during the season, right? That's you don't hit a lot. So you're not practicing real football a lot during training camp and during the regular season. So you're not doing it at all during the regular season. There is no tackling at all, even when you put on pads, and you can only put on pads a certain amount of times anyway. So, but obviously it's a big deal. They need to start quicker. They got to figure some of these things out. I you know what I like there? You can tell that they know it hasn't been close to being good enough over the last 3 weeks, and they're very aware of it. So, look, they're going to be putting the work in to try to get better and to try to start quicker.
Yeah, I understand all that, no pads and all that stuff, and I get that, and I get how hard it is. I will say this, man, like I went from an organization where all we did was practicing pads to where we just beat the snot out of one another to coming here and not practicing pads very much. And it comes down to execution. It comes down to footwork. It comes down to making sure that you're perfect in everything you do as you practice. And that just takes focus and dedication to that. So I don't know what else to say, but you got to be better and you got to figure out a way to make it as real as possible.
All right. So we'll hear more from Bo as we move along, certainly the rest of today's show. And, of course, tomorrow on a Football Friday. Mentioned the ongoing FBI press conference talking about the arrest of Chauncey Billups and this alleged role that he's part of a illegal gambling ring, poker ring tied to the Italian mob, apparently. Our Richie Carney has been following the FBI press conference. Just what have you learned? What have you heard so far?
Yeah, well, the press conferences are still ongoing, so plenty of details left to unfold. But basically what's come out thus far is that this operation dates back as far back as 2019, so pre-COVID, and it's been ongoing and gathering evidence up to that point. And essentially what it looks like is the illegal gambling operation was targeting victims who they called fish and luring them with the opportunity to play high-stakes underground poker with former professional athletes. And that's where Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones are three that are named in this situation kind of come into play. And they called them face cards. And essentially what the face cards and the other people at the table, including the dealer, did was use wireless cheating technology to run rigged poker games in the Hamptons, Las Vegas, Miami, and Manhattan, among other places. And everyone else, the dealers, the face cards, everything involved was in on the scheme, essentially fleecing tens of thousands of dollars from these marked victims, upwards of $100,000 in some cases, but using altering shuffled machines, off-site operators, wireless technology and signals, hidden cameras, contact lenses, and X-ray tables in order to essentially guarantee that whoever was being involved and invited into this unique and special opportunity was rigged to lose, and everyone that was in on it split cuts of the profits.
And Chauncey's role alleged is to have been helping lure people to these games with
Chauncey,
with the appeal
Chauncey
of
Billups
being able to
and
play against
Chauncey Billups and Damon Jones were named as face cards in the operation. That the mafia ties and whoever was quarterbacking and overlording this operation was using Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and others, I would assume, as the role of the professional athletes to play in the rigged games, which they were in on and a part of the operation in exchange for a cut of the profits.
Stink, you had something you wanted to...
I was just hoping that, hey, were they just getting paid as celebrities come in and they didn't know what was going on? Or it basically said they knew they were in on the gig?
The way that it was laid out was that they were labeled as quote-unquote face cards in the operation, and that everyone at the table, from the former athletes to the dealer to other staged players who maybe were not professional athletes, were all in on the operation, targeting a specific person that was guaranteed to lose, is basically how they've laid it out thus far.
So everyone was involved, and they all got a cut of whatever the people there that lost.
Yeah.
And you took a cut of it. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that sounded very they went to extreme measures to set. I mean, you talk about X-ray tables.
X-ray tables to read marked signals on the cards. You had special contact lenses. You had wireless, audio and video technology. You had people running audio video equipment from an off-site location and sending signals via phone and other places back to the table. It's like a Hollywood movie.
Yeah,
it's
right.
literally like Ocean's 11 or
Casino, something
Casino.
like that. Yeah. Okay, Richie,
I hate to
thank
hear
you.
that about Chauncey.
If you
And
get any more
hopefully,
information, please be free. Come on in and share that with us. There's Richie Carney as the FBI press conference explaining the arrests of Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, Damon Jones, three of the names mentioned, but it would appear that Chauncey is in big, big trouble. So we shall see.
Not good.
Not good. Not good at all. Coming up next, we've got Trivia Against the Drive coming up in about 30 minutes. More from Bo Nix on how this offense gets going. More from Sean Payton. A little bit defensive about the play calling, you can imagine, with all the scrutiny that Sean's been under for that. That's all coming up next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. Hey, cool nights are here, guys. It is fall, and you know what that means. Winter is on the way. Protect your home with the strength and beauty of Infinity by Marvin Windows from Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. This month only, save 25% on windows and 20% on James Hardy siding with flexible financing, zero interest options, and zero down. Upgrading has never been easier. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton, trusted by Colorado families for over 50 years. They do it the right way every single time, guys. They never subcontract out. They're there with you every step of the way, ensuring your satisfaction. They do it the right way. Like I said, 25% off of Infinity by Marvin Windows, 20% off of James Hardy siding this month only. Zero down, no interest financing. Call them for a free estimate. 303-794-0490. That's 303-794-0490, or find them online at windowsforyourhome.com.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto-pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Hey, Mr. C, it's me. Well, I just picked up the ring. I actually went to Hellsberg. Thanks for that recommendation. Kate's gonna love that hers is from the same jeweler you got Mrs. C's ring from. They were so helpful throughout the whole process. They even knew your family by name, and the ring looks great. Anyways, I just couldn't wait to let you guys know. Call me back and wish me luck.
Hellsberg, designed with care and craft since 1915. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com. It's the Medicare Advantage annual enrollment period, and Humana knows not everyone has the same needs when picking a Medicare Advantage plan.
Now that I'm retired, I want to enjoy the life I've worked hard to build. So I want a plan that covers me when I'm traveling the country.
Humana has a plan for that.
As a veteran, I want a plan that fills in the gaps my VA coverage doesn't provide, like dental care.
Humana has a plan for that.
I feel good about my health. I just want care and coverage with predictable costs. No surprises.
Humana has a plan for that. With a Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you get coverage and benefits that focus on what matters most to you. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day. Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
This is Hall of Famer Terrell Davis. During my playing days, I knew success came from hard work and a great team. The same is true in banking. That's why I trust Colorado Credit Union. They've got the tools to help you reach your financial goals, whether it's buying a home, growing your savings, or just making the right money moves. With Colorado Credit Union, you get exceptional service with personal touch. Ready to win with your finances? Visit ccu.org today or stop by any branch. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. Music history.
I've now baptized you in the glory of Led Zeppelin.
Brutal honesty.
Today's just been a bad day for you, Mike. I don't know how else to put it.
And some questionable taste.
I do not heat up leftovers.
Oh, my
I only eat
God.
leftovers cold.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier have both been arrested this morning. Billups at around 6 a.m. in Portland, Oregon, and Rozier around 6 a.m., I'm told, in Orlando, where the Heat were playing last night. Rozier's been arrested for his involvement in alleged sports gambling, prop bets, and Billups, ABC News is reporting, is tied to an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. And so the FBI has been investigating this situation for several months. In Rozier's case, at least 2 years.
All right, that's Shams Charania from ESPN. As we continue to get more details, Chauncey Billups' arrest as part of an alleged involvement in an illegal poker scheme involving multiple Italian crime families and rigged shuffling machines. This includes Chauncey allegedly being involved to help trap target victims, lured by the opportunity to play alongside former professional athletes. The allegations include wireless cheating technology to run rigged poker games. This happening in the Hamptons, Las Vegas, Miami, Manhattan. And it includes everything from altered shuffling machines to off-site operators, wireless technology and signals, hidden cameras, special contacts, and X-ray tables. I mean, this is straight out of the movies, guys. And Chauncey Billups is in a lot of trouble. That goes without saying. As we get more information, we'll pass it along. But for a guy who has been beloved around here for so long, this is a real gut punch, Stoke, to hear his involvement in this.
Yeah, I mean, it's knowing Chauncey. Yeah, it's awful to hear this news, and to see what he's done, post NBA and how now he became a head coach of a team and trying to get them going in the right direction. And then this news comes one game into the season, and it just doesn't look good for Chauncey, and these allegations are a big boy serious stuff there.
Yeah, I am like you said, knowing Chauncey, being friends with Chauncey, watching him, not only go through his television career, but then get into the coaching ranks and work his way up to being a head coach in the NBA. It just is. It's devastating. You hold out hope that maybe, somebody just paid him to be there, but it does not sound good. It just does not. If he was involved and he knew what was going on, it just is a horrid thing to be involved in. And anyhow, it just is. It's gut-wrenching.
Let me ask both you guys, and I'm sorry to dump this on you right away without any real prep, but do the best you can here, because I think a lot of us who have no idea what the world of professional sports and athletes, the type of life that pro athletes, celebrities live. I think a lot of us are kind of reacting to this news with the idea of why would he need to do this? This is a guy who his worth is estimated to be between $40 and $50 million. Why would he find himself involved in something like that? Can you guys, starting with you, Stoke, can you shed any light on this as to why even in this upper level of celebrity and fame and fortune that people still find themselves involved in stuff like this?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's a little bit different, right? I mean, did he get caught up into something where he had to do certain people favors? And then you look at it and say, hey, maybe it's just easy money. It's just easy money. I know I got a lot, but hey, it's extra $100,000 of cash. That's just easy. I don't know. I mean, everybody's a little bit different. Maybe you like the action, like the thrill of it. Some people like that. Other people, maybe you got in trouble with certain people that you're on the wrong side of things and you need to make it right. So, it's hard to speculate why, but, it's you look at these guys. I mean, when you deal with Chauncey and the other guy, Damon Jones, the Terry Rozier I don't think was any of the poker stuff. It was more the sports gambling. But, why would you've had such a successful career, you made a lot of money. Yeah, why? I think everyone asks that. You're just like a normal person. Try to get something easy, free, I guess.
Yeah, it just is. Some guys like the action. Some guy, I don't know. I think Stoke brings up a good point about, did you get sideways on, with the mafia on accident, or, you got involved with them? I have no idea. Obviously, we're speculating. Like Stoke said, do you owe a favor? Did, what happened in your past? I don't know. Like, did you get involved with him before you had money? Again, who knows?
Well, we do know the stories are out there of plenty of athletes who made and then blew through a fortune after their playing days or during their playing days. We've also heard stories. You go back and you follow the stories of Michael Jordan and the extraordinary, unbelievable amounts of money that would be wagered and bet on the golf course or card games on the back of planes, traveling around from NBA stop to NBA stop. I mean,
you look at Phil Mickelson.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the debt that he was in from. So, yeah, I mean, just because he made a lot of money doesn't mean
that he switched club brands just to pay off a huge, massive gambling debt.
Right.
So just because I think the lesson here is just because people in celebrity make a lot of money, it doesn't change the fact that
you never know.
They're still susceptible to the vices that all of us are susceptible to.
Exactly. And, you might have a buddy that's a part of this, setting this thing up, and you're friends with the guy, and he's like, hey, man, I got this deal. We can make some easy money here.
Right.
You're going to make $50,000 so easy. I mean, you don't think you're going to get caught. If they thought they might get caught, they thought it was just easy money, and you probably wouldn't have done it if you realized that you might get caught.
Trivia coming up in about 20 minutes against the Drive. We'll have some fun with that. Up next, we'll reset all the headlines of what has been a very, very busy sports day. We'll do that next.
Do Bo Nix and the Broncos learn something about themselves with a win over the Giants?
Bo Nix is clutch. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And this team is going to know that when they're down, they're never out. After 2 fourth-quarter, 14-plus point comebacks, this team's going to feel like we've always got a chance.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Recently talking to my buddy Troy Hansford, the housing market. Guys told me that over this last year, it was as hot as it's ever been. My son sold a house last summer, and I tell you what, top dollar, and then all of a sudden prices decline. There's not as much, tons of inventory on the market, not as many buyers on the market right now. But believe it or not, he's still offering his $5,000 guarantee, which is if he can't sell your house at your price and timeline that you guys agreed upon beforehand, he's going to cut you a check for $5,000. Come on, who else makes that offer? The answer is nobody. He makes that offer because he continues to spend money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. If you have a house, Troy probably has the perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to step up and to call him at 720-900-4433. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money, 720-900-4433. That's 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then pick up the phone and call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Snow is coming, and Silterhar Motors is ready, stocked up on a boatload of Broncos sports built for adventure in rain, sleet, or snow. Only at Silterhar Motors, buy a 2025 Broncos sport for only $25,999 or lease for only $299 per month. Silterhar has the top selection with over 1,000 new and used vehicles available to choose from 5 different brands, all at one location. See their complete inventory of new and used vehicles at sthmotors.com. Silterhar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Peanut butter and jelly, music and dancing, salt and pepper. At Excel Energy, we believe some things just work better together. Like a heat pump, the 2-in-1 unit that can both cool and heat your home. And better yet, it does so using energy more efficiently than a traditional HVAC system. Better yet, you can also save money on a heat pump with rebates at excelenergy.com/heat pumps. Cooling, heating, and savings. That's a lot to get pumped about, all in one package.
This is Jeff for Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Greg.
Hi, my name is Greg. I've been a patient of Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic for over 10 years. I noticed that I was really tired. I was lethargic. I didn't sleep really well, and I was overweight. My waist was 4 inches over what it should have been. It was really difficult for me to lose the body shape I didn't like. And of course, my marriage, yes. No man in their 40s wants to have low libido in their marriage. I'm really thankful for this therapy because it just makes me feel the man I want to be, active, at home, everywhere. If you're feeling like I was, call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today and get checked. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Thanks, Greg. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Okay, Michael. Any other questions about your Select Health insurance?
How much time do you have?
I have exactly as much time as you need.
Wonderful, because I have exactly 112 more questions.
112.
112.
112 it is. Let's do this.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
At Ameristar, the best memories don't trend, they last. They're stories we're still telling 20 years later, like winning big at a table with your closest friends, or going all out on a night you hope lasts forever. Like watching your team clinch the playoffs on a giant screen, or stepping away for a weekend you'll never forget. Whatever you do it for the memories, and we'll do everything we can to make them last. Ameristar Blackhawk. Come visit or book your next memories at AmeristarBlackhawk.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Trust your collision repair to the experts at CarStar. With professionally trained technicians who can repair all makes and models. Visit CarStar.com. That's CarStar.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? I mean, 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Good morning, everybody. Incredibly busy day. Let's bring you up to date on everything that is going on. First of all, the big story in sports with a heavy local angle. Chauncey Billups has been arrested as part of an alleged illegal poker ring tied to the Italian mafia, the Italian mob. Sham Charania of ESPN commenting today on ESPN about the NBA and what it means for the league.
This is seismic news in the NBA for a sitting NBA head coach in Chauncey Billups to be arrested, taken into custody for alleged illegal gambling, as well as Terry Rozier for sports betting, allegedly. 2 arrests made this morning. There are expected to be numerous arrests also tied to both of these situations.
So more coming. Shams says the NBA wasn't aware of the arrests.
As of last night, I was told the NBA did not have knowledge of these specific arrests. This has been led by the FBI. The FBI made their arrests early this morning.
The NBA also has been conducting their own investigations.
The NBA has been investigating Terry Rozier, Malik Beasley. Terry Rozier was cleared by the NBA investigators over the last couple years. That's why he's been playing in games. Malik Beasley, a free agent, has not been cleared by the NBA's investigation. That's been ongoing. As of about 15-20 minutes ago, I was told Malik Beasley was not taken into custody today as part of these gambling investigations and arrests today.
But how about that ominous report there that more arrests around the NBA are expected?
Well, he didn't say around the NBA, I don't believe. So
right, let me play it again.
Yeah, play it
This is seismic news in the NBA for a sitting NBA head coach in Chauncey Billups to be arrested, taken into custody for alleged illegal gambling, as well as Terry Rozier for sports betting, allegedly. 2 arrests made this morning. There are expected to be numerous arrests also tied to both of these situations.
So numerous arrests. It could be mafia people. It could be other people involved in the poker thing. So I didn't want to make the assumption.
I don't want to make
that it's more NBA guys,
right.
But you would assume there probably is. And terrible news for the NBA. You're talking about a head coach. You're talking about a current player that the NBA, by the way, BTW, I don't know if you caught this, but they cleared him. Terry Rozier, they cleared him. Like, oh, no, you're good.
Yeah, playing in games.
Yeah, I mean, because they've been investigating him the past 2 years, and they did their investigation into him, and guess what they said? They said, you're good.
I want you guys both to comment.
I think that's big news, though, Mike, because the league said, you're good, but he wasn't good. So it's almost like Major League Baseball saying, oh, no, I was a translator. Yeah, you're good. You're good, Shohei.
Nothing to see here with Shohei. Again, just the details as they've come out to this morning in the FBI press conference. Chauncey alleged involvement in these illegal setup, run poker games that used wireless cheating technology to run rigged poker games in the Hamptons, Las Vegas, Miami, Manhattan. Targeted victims known as Fish were lured by the opportunity to play alongside former professional athletes, and that's where Chauncey's alleged involvement comes to the surface. Everyone else that was in on it, dealers, including they were in on the scheme. Hundreds of thousands of dollars were fleeced from these fish, these targeted victims who were lured to these games, and the legal means that were used to rig these poker games included altered shuffling machines, offsite operators, wireless technology and signals, hidden cameras, special contacts, and X-ray tables. Guys, it's right out of a movie. Honestly, I mean, this is Casino, this is Goodfellas, this is The Sopranos. You know, this is the stuff of Hollywood lore, but it's happening, allegedly happening, and allegedly included Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, that's not good news at all. I mean, the FBI gets involved. You get arrested this morning. I mean, they got the goods. I mean, they're not going to do this and not have some serious evidence, right? I mean, they're not going to go down this road, FBI now, unless they have serious stuff. And you're talking about mafia. You're talking about, money laundering, et cetera, a lot of serious charges.
And it sounds like
this
guys. Is an investigation that's been going on for years now. That, according to the reports, began as early as 2019. So.
I'm sure it has been. You don't just put something like this together in 6 months. It takes a long time. And so, like I said, I'm sure they got some serious evidence or they would not be arresting an NBA head coach at 6 o'clock in the morning the day after the first game.
Right after you coach the game.
But they want sizzle. Of course they want sizzle on arrest. And so when do you do it? You do it after his first game. The next day, you're getting sizzle, right? I mean, you're getting...
Could have done during the game if you really wanted sizzle.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Wow.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, well,
They don't
it's
want that
interesting.
much. Could
that's too much sizzle.
Could you imagine
Too much
at
sizzle.
halftime?
Yeah. Gosh.
FBI
Too much
just
sizzle.
Walks right up to the huddle.
Just sit.
I'm not kidding.
In game.
I'm not kidding. You laugh.
Hey,
but
get this clown off the court. Hey, this clown happens to work for the FBI, and you're under arrest. Cuff him during the game. Man.
All right, we'll see what transpires as more information becomes available.
Real
Go ahead,
quick,
Mark.
Mike, what do you think about the fact that all this stuff is going down after all the major sports leagues have had open arms towards that gambling money, towards all the FanDuels and and DraftKings and all this stuff, and maybe this is just a precursor to maybe some of this stuff was going on before, and now it just is easier to track or easier to expose guys. But it's interesting, that a few years ago, all of a sudden it was taboo. I remember having a cruise completely paid for my family. All I had to do was talk about the Super Bowl matchup on this cruise, and the NFL nixed it and wouldn't let me go.
Yeah.
It was all paid for by the cruise line and stuff, and I was just going to do a chalk talk on the boat, on the cruise, and the NFL said, absolutely not, you can't do it.
Yeah, obviously a lot has changed, but I'm not blaming, them taking sponsorships from, these leagues taking sponsorship from gambling companies, right? It doesn't matter if they did that or not. You are still running into an issue. You are going to run into an issue because all these states legalize gambling. So it doesn't matter if you're in bed with DraftKings, FanDuel, BetRivers. That doesn't matter at all. That's not the problem here. The problem is all these states legalize gambling, and you have it right on your phone. So the player props, what you're seeing a lot of these, Javonte Porter ran into and Rozier, it's all about the player props. Okay, hey, take my under.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I hurt my foot. And he only played for 3 minutes. It's very easy to manipulate that. That has nothing to do with these sports leagues taking money from these gambling companies.
No, but you do create an environment where something that was once considered, as Stink referred to it, as absolutely taboo, let's face it, has become so accepted as part of our mainstream lives that the, oh, no, don't do that, don't go there, impact has really been lost or lessened to the point where I think it makes it that it's easier for this kind of stuff to happen. And I think we're just at the tip of the iceberg. I think every commissioner of every sport right now is this morning quickly putting together emergency meetings going, what do we know? What do we suspect? What's going on in our own house? Because if you think that this is just isolated to a few guys connected to the NBA, you're kidding yourself.
Well, I think when you look at guys and how professional athletes are wired, they like action.
Mm-hmm.
We like action.
Mm-hmm.
I like gambling, cards, whatever we do, we're going to gamble, golf. It doesn't matter. I like action. I mean, if not, life is boring. So. And then when you have a ton of money, a lot of money, you're like, that's just what you do. That's how you wired. We haven't seen anything in the NFL over the past year and a half or so. So I think that's obviously been a good thing. But to think that, no one's saying, hey, take my under, you just got to be careful. You can't be putting, $20,000 on it because it gets flagged now. And you're going to get busted. So you look at Rozier and when he started doing it, seems like that was 3, 4, 5 years ago, right? Where he thought he maybe could get away with it. I don't think it's a rampant problem because the spotlight's on these guys now. And you see in the NFL, you do it, you're going to get suspended for a year and you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught.
But maybe it's not so much the sports figures placing the bets as much as it is them just selling information, and that stuff's not getting flagged.
But when you sell information, now these people, they bet big, and it gets flagged. If you bet big on player props, it's going to get flagged, and that's what happened with one of these guys. It got flagged, Terry Rozier. It got flagged, and they took it off the books, and that's what they've been investigating over the past 3 years.
I think that happened with Porter as well, right? Just
exactly.
Some screwy things and big money on some screwy player props, and you're like, that is just not a normal That's not a normal amount of money to jump down on those props. So it does. It's going to get flagged that way. You're right. And then the investigation starts.
I would have got flagged a lot when I played, but it was just because I didn't. I always got the unders. I never produced.
The unders?
So, yeah.
Like,
it's like,
how
golly,
is
how's
this
all
guy
this,
so
this money's
consistent?
coming on his unders?
Yeah.
Well, it's just because
people knew.
They knew I couldn't produce.
They knew you couldn't produce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
crazy world.
But let's face it, the whole idea of sports gambling in a very, very short time has become so normalized, and all of those sports leagues are in bed with all of the different sites. They are making gobs of money off of it. And to be shocked, I'm shocked that
it's so easy to do it.
Professional athletes are getting caught up in this stuff. You
have
you'd
it
be
right
naive.
on your phone. It's so easy to do it.
Exactly.
I can do basketball, I can do tennis, but I can't do football. Maybe I can. They won't catch.
That's a small one. Yeah, biggie. Coming up next, let's get away from the serious and have some fun. We'll play a trivia against the Drive, and we'll also share with you our new team strategy relative to one Brandon Stokley. That's next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Okay, for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years. And what a week it's been. Some great auctions that ended this week. But don't worry, got some great ones that will be ending next week. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. The best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on some great items. Next Tuesday, ending at 8:30 in the morning, a vehicle contractor and rental yard equipment auction will be ending. It's always one of my favorite auctions. And right now, open for bidding and ending on Wednesday with over 200 items in it. A City of Aurora impound vehicle auction. It's got cars, trucks, SUVs, 4x4s, trailers, and so much more. Also on Wednesday, and always one of my favorites, again, government computer police evidence auction will be ending at 11 o'clock in the morning. This is what I love about Roller Auction. They always got cool, unique items you're not going to find anywhere else. So go see it all and get yourself a great deal. RollerAuction.com. That's RollerAuction.com.
Every time I turn around, my friends at Pure Talk give me one more reason to feel good about switching. This month, for instance, they're supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat veterans struggling with PTSD. The result? They're saving lives on both ends of the leash. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. I like being in business with an American wireless company who shares my values. Yeah, I appreciate unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and I bet you will too. But I think you'll really appreciate doing business with a company who gives back to the men and women who volunteered to defend our country. Just dial pound 250, say micro. With Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team, you can switch in as little as 10 minutes. Again, dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Attention Denver and Colorado Springs. This is a can't-miss real estate buying opportunity Saturday, October 25th. 35, 50, and 105-acre ranches starting at just $59.9. The ranches have big mountain views and utilities like electricity, high-speed internet, and county-maintained road frontage. All just minutes from Colorado Springs. 35 acres, just $59.9. 50 acres, just $89.9. 105 acres, just $149.9. This is your chance to buy a huge piece of land in the booming Colorado Springs market. This is not an auction. The prices are set, and the ranches are priced to sell in a single day, Saturday, October 25th. Call our friendly staff for more information or to book your appointment. Call 866-CO-RANCH. That's 866-CO-RANCH. 866-267-2622. Need
a plumber? Euro Plumbing has the lowest prices in town. Rock bottom prices on whole house repipes, sewer line repairs, even water heaters. 720-500-3000.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by TradeGen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an O'Reilly right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, we will take a break from the serious, real life news out there. Again, Chauncey Billups, part of a alleged involvement in an illegal poker ring tied to the Italian mafia. And we're getting more details. We'll have more reaction and comments from the FBI press conference that has been going on. We'll share that with you coming up here in about 10 minutes. But let's have a little fun as we tend to do every Thursday at this time.
Are you going to listen to me today?
We have a new team rule, okay? Whenever there's a question and Brandon Stokley immediately blurts out an answer, that's it. No debate, no nothing. We're going with it. Because we should have done that last week with Kwame Brown. The curse of Kwame Brown.
The curse of Kwame Brown. Let's go.
He just continues to mess people up. All right, let's get to it.
All right, fellas, football question for you. Mike Shanahan started his coaching career as a graduate assistant at what SEC school?
Snake, any
Florida.
ideas?
I want to say Florida right away.
Florida.
Right?
Yeah, I like that.
Is that too easy?
Well,
no, Florida.
No, because, I mean, at least he said SEC.
Well,
I know he has connections down there, right?
Let's be careful here. Just really quick, because I know that when there was a time there, the Florida job was open, and the AD, I think it was Foley. There was talk about Gator 1 coming to Centennial, and we were all watching that to see what would happen with Florida and Shanny. So definitely there's Florida ties there. But was that the first place? That's my only question.
Right, I don't know if it was. I know he coached there. I know
that's all we got, unless someone absolutely knows another school. Other than that, we got to say Florida. So let's just make it easy and not overthink this thing. Does anybody behind the glass have anything different than Florida? I don't have anything different.
I don't have anything.
I'm just thinking, like the SEC has changed. There are different teams in there now. Are we thinking about like a Texas or an Oklahoma or something?
Oh,
so my mind went to Oklahoma, but I'm not. You guys
You're
are very,
a rookie.
I'm
You're
a rookie, exactly.
Yeah. You don't speak unless spoken to.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right. I'm cleaning pads.
Yeah,
get back to
Ouch, Stoke.
Yeah.
So
go get me donuts.
Give me donuts. Yeah, let's just go. Let's
go Florida.
Yeah,
let's
not overthink it. I'm with you.
Florida.
The correct answer is Oklahoma.
Oh, we should have listened to the rookie.
Holy cow.
Uh-oh.
Was that Stoke?
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Can I be promoted from Jade Barron to Q Robinson?
Yeah, you know what?
You.
I'm out there, Dre Greenlaw. I'm trying to bring you back.
Yeah, you're.
Sorry.
Wow.
Oh man.
How'd you come up with Oklahoma?
Yeah, where'd you get that from?
Yeah, like I want to know. Do you have inside info or something?
I do not have inside info, but something felt right.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, okay.
Who knew Oklahoma?
I went to Oklahoma. Well, okay, if I'm being honest, I went to Oklahoma. I thought it was like Oklahoma State, but not. I wouldn't have said Oklahoma.
I mean, I made it a point not to make a big deal about their questions, but okay. When he was there, they weren't part of the SEC. They weren't in the SEC then. When he was there,
right?
So
yeah,
like it's a little bit flawed.
A little bit flawed, but we're not gonna fight.
But it is a little bit flawed. I mean, they tried to trick us with it, and they behind the glass called it that it might been one of those schools that wasn't an SEC school then, but is now. So
that's fine. We'll take the L.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 2.
All right.
All right, guys, got a basketball question for you. In the 2024 Paris Olympics, the USA beat France in the gold medal game. Jokic and Serbia beat which country in the bronze medal game?
I feel. Can I?
Again, the rookie.
Stokely?
Can I?
All right.
Yeah, yes. Yeah,
Thank
look,
you.
I mean, just speaking up.
It's Alex, by the way. Go ahead.
I feel good about saying it was Australia. I remember them playing. It was either for a qualifier or for the bronze.
Okay, we'll put that on the list. But you're not to speak until spoken to, Brooke.
Put your hand up when you have something to say.
Yeah. And if you ever, throw another shrimp on the bobby. You got to say that. Like
When you say Australia?
When you say Australia, that's part of
I mean,
the
my
show
first
rules.
guess was Poland.
No.
No.
What?
No, it wasn't Poland. All
I
right,
thought
so
it was Pakistan.
Jeez, you two, easy. So the powers that be, right? It was U.S., Serbia,
France, right?
France.
Parlez-vous français?
Yes, oui.
Oui, oui.
Ouais.
Australia.
Spain.
Australia.
Germany?
Spain. Barcelona.
Germany, Dirk Nowitzki.
I don't think it was I don't think it was Germany. All right, so the U.S. beat who in the gold medal game?
They beat
It was
France.
France,
They beat
right?
France.
Yeah.
Croatia beat Serbia beat who?
Yes.
You're saying
To win the
Australia
bronze.
to win the bronze. Australia.
Russia.
No.
Oh.
France.
Oh.
I mean
Let's go with-
Australia.
Let's just go with the Rook,
Let's
man.
go
I mean, he
Australia.
might be hot.
Yeah, maybe.
And then if this is his last day.
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
so-
I won't ever speak.
All
again.
right, he checked for the rookie. Here we go.
Yeah.
We'll go with Australia.
The correct answer is Germany.
Oh my gosh, Rook is done.
Oh my!
I told you, Germany. Dirk Nowitzki.
Ty said
You
Germany.
did.
Ty said Germany.
Sure.
I was just saying Germany.
Man,
I
this
had
is-
no
you had
clue.
no clue.
No, but
Pathetic.
Can you name one player from the German squad?
yeah, Dirk Nowitzki.
yeah.
No, that played
No,
on the
like
team.
current.
1 second.
I got one.
Detlef Shrimp.
No, I got one. But didn't Dennis Schroeder play for him?
Dennis
Schroeder.
I was thinking Franz Wagner.
I always want to call it Franz Wagner.
Yes, the Wagner
Franz
brothers.
Wagner.
That's right.
Going to pump you up.
0-2. All right, let's go. Question number 3.
DeMarcus Ware finished runner-up in the 2008 NFL Defensive Player of the Year to what undrafted 5-time Pro Bowler and 2-time Super Bowl champion?
Undrafted.
Undrafted.
So
Undrafted,
he won the
won 2
defensive,
Super Bowls.
He won the Defensive Player of the Year.
In 2008,
In
right?
2008,
Right.
he was undrafted, 5-time
2008.
Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champ.
Two-time Super Bowl champ. Who won? Who won? So
2008 was the Steelers. Yeah, Super Bowl 43.
wow, tie. Okay, but undrafted MVP, defensive MVP, 2-time Super Bowl champion. Oh, could it be Harrison?
Right.
Yeah, James Harrison.
James Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it can be like Jared Allen or like Julius Peppers around that time, right?
Yeah.
They never won Super Bowls.
James Harrison from Pittsburgh, and you know then he.
Well, he
went on
didn't have
play
to win the
success-
Super Bowl that
Not
year.
here, but he did end up winning two Super Bowls.
But he did win 2 Super Bowls, and he was undrafted, and he was an absolute beast off the edge. Frightening too. He's got that angry. He's just got resting angry face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we go with that?
Oh, yeah.
James
I have no
Harrison?
clue.
Yeah.
All right, let's go
Yep.
James Harrison.
The correct answer is James Harrison.
Nice job, Stank.
Very
well
good
done.
job.
Well done. Well
Thank
done.
you. Thank you.
You're no longer the Adam Troutman of this trivia team.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Who is he? Nate Atkins?
He's working his way up. Yeah, like a Nate Atkins. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Keelan Atkins.
But Nate Atkins been getting the rock a little bit.
Yeah, you know, don't drop the ball
Yeah,
this
he
week.
dropped.
please.
I dropped one last week though. We had a drop.
All right, 1 and 2. Let's see if we can salvage 500. Here we go.
All right, guys, for your curveball question, with Donald Trump winning the most recent election, he became only the second president to ever serve non-consecutive terms. Who was the only other president to do so?
I was
Ty.
Yeah, Ty. That's.
What are you thinking?
Ty. This is
I'm
ties.
Theodore or Teddy?
No. Teddy was going. He was going for it, but he never.
What about Ulysses?
He got it. No, Grant. I think Grant was 2 terms.
McKinley?
Harrison.
No.
Harrison.
Abe?
No, it was definitely. No, it was definitely Gilded Age, something like that, because it was
Gilded Age.
The what
Yeah.
age?
That'd be like the 1890s around that time. I enjoy that show, by the way. Kind of a guilty pleasure show. For
Yeah,
me,
like
the Gilded
when,
Age.
like all the antitrust and like Tammany Hall,
Cleveland?
whatever.
Cleveland.
Yeah,
Monroe.
Yeah,
Monroe Doctrine.
Him or Taft?
Taft.
Yeah, Taft.
Taft.
George Taft.
Garfield.
Taft.
How about Garfield?
Garfield.
No, Garfield got
He
killed
loves
before
lasagna. Loves lasagna.
No, Garfield died before he even took office.
Okay, yeah. Should have
come on.
American history minor than I am.
Damn it.
All right.
It's between Cleveland and Taft.
Okay.
Cleveland and Taft. Oh, okay. At least
I'm just trying to think.
this is your show, Ty.
Hey, Ty, I've got the Browns this weekend. If that helps you.
Is that a sign? Is that a sign?
Cleveland. I got the Browns. So I'm just saying.
Don't confuse him. He's really working. I can see him
I'm
really,
just trying to-
really thinking about this one.
I'm just trying to help him.
Okay, I think it was. I think Taft was in between.
Boy, if they got it, if the answer is back in the Gilded Age, 1920s, okay. I've made a vow.
We're talking presidential history.
Not going to criticize.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it is presidential history. I mean, this is.
I think.
We're all walking around.
Let's just make a decision.
I think it's Cleveland.
Okay, let's go with it.
I'll go with Think. I'll go with the sign.
Is that Grover Cleveland?
Grover Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland. All right.
The Grove.
Let's go with the Grove.
Like those Think's game.
Yeah.
The correct answer is Grover Cleveland.
Yes.
Great job, Ty. Great job.
Ty.
Nicely
By the way,
done.
Wow.
By the way,
Week
you
of
guys
Ty.
got to give me an assist. So I've gone from Atkins to maybe who could I be now?
You've gone from Prentice to Troutman to Atkins to
Pert.
Crumb.
Yeah.
How about that? How about those?
Crumb,
How about
emerging.
How about those locks?
Right.
How about those blonde locks?
Oh.
Frank Crumb. All right. Good job. The Drive will have their crack at it coming up a little later today around 4 o'clock. More updates and information from the FBI press conference this morning that has led to the arrest of Chauncey Billups. That's coming up next.
Do the Broncos need to rip one particular play out of their playbooks?
Bubble screens, no bubble screens. If they're not working and all we're doing is throwing for 0 yards, minus yards, then stop running the darn things. And if they're not able to do it and block it up, simple stuff, then you got to stop running.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Spine One. Let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery? How about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. And here's the best part. Same-day appointments. That's right. They'll see you today. You can do what I did. Start your journey toward pain-free. You can do it today. 303-367-2225. They're a phone call away. 303-367-BACK. Spine One is a complete medical center. They've got exams, MRIs, physical therapy, and treatment options all in one facility. You don't have to drive all over town. Spine One, they're going to educate you what's going on, why you're in pain, and then give you treatment options for nagging and debilitating pain. Guys, I'm telling you, they changed my life. I suffered with excruciating back pain for decades. I couldn't sleep through the night. I quit going to the gym. I couldn't play golf anymore. A couple of short visits to my guys at Spine One. I was back on the course, back in the gym, most importantly, sleeping through the night. It changed my life. They can do it for you as well. Give them a call today. Start your journey. 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK, or as always, you can find them online at spine1.com.
Love to see the message that's getting out there, apparently, at my CSU tailgate last weekend. Walking around the parking lot, saw me some game day spreads that included Daisy Dips. Good job, people. Let's keep spreading the good word of delicious Daisy, French onion, and Daisy Ranch dips. Always a hit at tailgates and football watch parties because they go perfectly with wings, veggies, chips, and all your favorite snacks and football foods. Daisy Dips are as delicious as a homemade dip. They're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. Look for Daisy Ranch and Daisy French Onion Dips at a grocery store near you.
Your roof's the single most important part of your house. Snow and high winds can damage your roof. Don't trust your roof to any fly-by-night roofing companies. Call the professionals at Golden Spike for a free roof inspection and tell them you heard about it on The Fan. They're a locally owned company and a Team Dave Logan member.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040. Did you know that I actually have some psychic abilities? Yep, had a new client come in the other day to get signed up, and she said, Dan, you know, they've already made me an offer. And I said, well, let me guess. It was $1,500. And her eyes got real big, and she said, Dan, how'd you know that? And I said, let me take another guess. When you said you weren't sure, they said, okay, we'll offer you the maximum amount allowed of like $3,500. The client couldn't believe what she was hearing. But let me let you know in a little secret. I'm not a psychic. I just know all of the insurance companies' dirty little tricks. They use these tricks to put pressure on you so they can get off the hook cheap. At 303 Law 4040, we're here to make sure that they play fair. We're going to make sure you get feeling better and the insurance companies pay what's right. Call us at any time. You can speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Fitness Gallery, selling the world's finest fitness equipment.
Short-term memory loss.
I don't remember. What was the reason I gave for earlier?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. I don't remember what you said. You think I remember the reason?
Ironclad sources.
One of the biggest haters in my life, my wife. My wife. She will even vouch for that story.
And spontaneous karaoke.
New additions like Ronnie, Bobby,
Ricky and Mike.
If I like a girl who can cool it down.
Slow it down.
Watch out, I'm gonna lose control.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, the big story in sports today, and it certainly rings louder because of the local connection. Chauncey Billups has been arrested by the FBI for his alleged role in an illegal poker ring tied to the Italian mob, multiple mob families. There was a press conference held earlier this morning by the FBI, and here are some quotes from Joseph Nocella, the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, who starts laying out what and who is involved in the case.
The defendants in this case are Eric Ernest, Marvez Farley, Shane Hennon, De Niro Laster, Damon Jones, a former NBA player and coach, and Terry Rozier, a current NBA player. Other co-conspirators were previously charged for their roles in the scheme, including former NBA player Javonte Porter.
The FBI, a timeline behind this entire ring?
Between December 2022 and March 2024, these defendants perpetrated a scheme to defraud by betting on inside, non-public information about NBA athletes and teams. The non-public information included when specific players would be sitting out future games or when they would pull themselves out early for purported injuries or illnesses.
Yeah, it's important to note here there are two different rings that we're talking about here, two different arrests. We've got the one with Chauncey Billups' alleged involvement with the legal poker, and then there's the NBA gambling. And what we're hearing here is the gist of what's going down with the NBA stuff. More from Joseph.
Because Chauncey has nothing to do with sports gambling.
Yeah, this is
Javonte Porter. We talked about that 3 years ago. This is his deal that he got caught up in. Same thing that Terry Rozier just got arrested for, and the other former player Damon Jones.
So right now, this is the information regarding the NBA stuff. So more from the FBI.
They relied on corrupt individuals, including Jones and Rozier. They also misused information obtained through long-standing friendships that they had with NBA players and coaches. And in at least one instance, they got their information by threatening a current player, Porter, because of his pre-existing gambling debts.
The FBI also laid out how bets were placed and how the money was laundered.
Defendants used this non-public information to place hundreds of thousands of dollars in fraudulent bets, mostly in the form of prop bets on individual player performance. The bets were placed through online sports books and also in person at casinos. The defendants relied on a network of straw bettors to place the maximum amount of bets to increase their potential profits. Most of these bets succeeded, and the intended losses were in the millions of dollars. The defendants then laundered their illegal winnings in various ways: peer-to-peer platforms, bank wires, and simple cash exchanges.
As far as the actual NBA teams whose games were compromised, here you go.
The indictment details specific examples where the defendants profited from illegal gambling and illegal betting on various NBA games, about the performance of players on, among other things, the Charlotte Hornets, the Portland Trail Blazers, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Toronto Rangers. Each defendant in the NBA basketball gambling case has been charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering.
Clearly, Joseph Nocello, the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, not much of a sports fan, but
Toronto Rangers.
Yes.
Was he trying to get someone in? Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's Canada.
Appreciate
the exchange rate. You don't even hardly go to jail for that stuff.
Yeah,
in Canada.
So this is some of the information on the sports gambling ring that apparently has been busted up, but we're still looking for more information, and we'll pass it along as we get more information on Chauncey's role in it. But wow,
his role was nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with this. Nothing.
As far as we know, it's all that was the poker.
Correct. And the poker stuff that we, in case you're just new to the poker story with Chauncey's alleged involvement, that he was part of a group of professional athletes, celebrities that were known as face cards, and they targeted victims known as fish, lured by the opportunity to play alongside these sports celebrities, using wireless cheating technology to run rigged poker games in the Hamptons, Las Vegas, Miami, Manhattan. Everyone other than these fish that were lured in to play, everyone else, the dealers and et cetera, they were in on it. It involved altered shuffling machines, offsite operators, wireless technology and signals, hidden cameras, special contacts, and x-ray tables. So there you go. We don't know about Chauncey's alleged involvement in all that, but the other stuff that you just heard from, that's with the sports gambling, and that's
it's not good for the NBA.
Terrible look for the NBA.
Horrible, terrible. You got players, and that are trying to, they're changing the outcome of the game basically by betting unders, and then after a few minutes in the game, I got a hurt foot. Javonte was like my eye. And then apparently there might be some other players involved with this, or coaches or something. I mean, it's not a good look for the NBA right now. And here's the kicker, you just kicked off the new season, and this is what we're talking about. And one of your head coaches just got arrested for something totally separate. It's a terrible day for the NBA.
Well, you've also had, remember, Tim Donaghy, the official who was very much involved in the officiating and the way the games were altered by officiating. So this is something the NBA has had to deal with, and now they're dealing.
But that was at a totally different time.
Right? I know,
where you didn't have legal. So this is, I think this is different. This is players,
right?
You got players doing this, and with the world being open up to sports gambling now, and the way that we can do it and consume it, and it's right at our fingertips. It's just such a different world now. And you have players doing it. It's a terrible day for the NBA.
Yeah, the integrity of the game is is the utmost importance. And right now, you got to look at the NBA and unfortunately say, hey man, like, where's the integrity here? We already complain about the days off and the load management, and we talk about how it's not like it used to be when guys got physical and the flopping and all this, and then you add into that gambling and prop bets and players basically taking the unders, and this is a horrible look for the NBA.
Well, how can you trust what you're betting as a consumer, right?
Yeah.
What happens if you bet Rozier over and the whole thing was rigged? I mean, the reason you do this is because it's supposed to be very regulated. And then you have situations like this. You see where these gambling companies, they don't want this stuff to happen, because now all of a sudden they open themselves up for different types of lawsuits and things like that, because You're not playing on a even or a level playing field.
You think this, guys? You think this is honestly just isolated to the NBA?
Well, no, we've already seen him. We got one on our team that got suspended for a year.
Yeah.
Rosarica.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, college guys, I mean, that's what you really think about. At least they're getting paid now, but, imagine if they weren't.
Yeah. But are we going to see these kind of big arrests and FBI press conferences and district attorneys weighing in the future here with other sports? I
don't think so.
You think these investigations are just targeted to the NBA?
No. I'm just telling you, the NFL already happened. I just think that these guys know now that Rozier and Porter. I mean, this was 2 or 3 years ago. You just thought you could get over. You thought you were smarter. Now you know. I don't think you're going to see a ton of it in professional sports.
I think you'll see some. I think every now and again something like this is going to happen, and and then they're going to have to do damage control after that. But boy, it's a horrible look for the NBA and for just sports in general.
Yeah, I just don't think. Sorry, cynical. I just don't think this is going to be an isolated incident. Fan Flyaway's back thanks to 303 Law 4040. Thank you, Dan Jacobs. This time we're sending one lucky listener and a guest to Phoenix in February for the biggest party in golf. Here's what you'll get. 2 tickets to Saturday's round at TPC Scottsdale. Round-trip airfare for 2 from Denver. 2 nights hotel stay and $500. For more information and to register, head to thefanflyaway.com. If you've entered one of our previous Flyaway contests, you're already registered for this one. Once you sign up for one Flyaway, you're entered for all future Flyaways. We'll get to our top audio of the day. That's coming up next.
Is Sean Payton ignoring one of his best weapons on offense?
Your run game is a huge part of why you get down to the 2-yard line and you are throwing the ball in consecutive sequences. It's unhealthy. You're at the 2. Your running back is averaging 6 yards a carry.
Hey, preach.
Do not put an agenda over the team.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, Stoke here for my friends at Cajun Wealth. When you imagine retirement, what do you see? A cozy cabin in the mountains? A passport full of stamps? Maybe just peace of mind knowing your finances are secure. Whatever you dream, it deserves a plan tailored just for you. Cajun Wealth's fiduciary advisors specialize in building personalized strategies that align with your goals and lifestyle. From diversified portfolios focused on growth and capital preservation to low-cost investment options, they've got the tools to help you thrive. Retirement isn't just about covering expenses. It's about living the life you've earned. Let Trajan Wealth help you craft a future that reflects your visions. Call Trajan Wealth today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. They have offices conveniently located in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years' experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage Colorado can count on.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
Need a new water heater? Euro Plumbing has lifetime warranties, great financing, and low pricing. 720-500-3000. 720-500-3000.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. Sharp criticism.
Mark Schlereth's a pansy.
Cries for help.
Dude, wake up.
No.
I need better from you.
And a little bit of tough love.
If the truth gives you a wedgie, then you know what? Buy better underpants.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right. Been a busy day. Had a lot of good audio that we've shared with you. Just to recap some of the best audio of the day. Sean Payton. Were you really, really going after Russell Wilson?
Look, in the euphoria, the way that game unfolded, that was strictly about Dart. I mean, and I that was in no way, shape, or form anything that was directed at Russ. So, and I might be able to see how he might perceive that. But coming off that win and watching how he played, that wasn't any intention at all.
I could have sworn as he was talking, Sean's nose was growing.
Come on, Sean.
Come on. I get why. I get why he wants it to go away. I mean, you don't want to keep adding fuel to it.
You just take your little shot.
Yeah.
And everyone knows you took a shot, and then now you just try to bury it and move on. I love it. He's done it before. He's going to probably take another shot at Russ at some point here in the next couple years.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
I bet you a dime to a dollar he reaches out and apologizes.
No. No
I'm
way.
Kidding. I'm kidding. Hey,
no chance of
no
that.
No chance of that happening.
0% chance.
Sean, on the Dre Greenlaw suspension being upheld.
Yeah, and they don't really matter, right? We take it, you focus on the things you can control, and then you're on to the next game. Look, it was just prior precedents, that's all. So, yeah, we were clearly in his corner with the appeal. What normally has been a fine ended up being different. So, but again, we can't control that.
Again, he's so good at the quick jab and retreat, chuck and jive, right? I mean, it's just like
he's a pro.
Hey, listen, we'll accept the rulings of the NFL and we'll move on. But usually this is just a fine, but now it's a suspension. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
They're coming after me again.
No, that's what he wanted to say.
What was it? What was Rocky's trainer, the old guy, Burgess Meredith? What was his name?
Mickey.
In the movie. Just throw out the jab there, Rock. He's jabbing people.
Yeah. And how would the Rock respond after Mickey would give him?
I want to throw the left hook. I want to throw the hook. Right.
Your Rocky's been better. You're better.
I
it's been
know.
better.
I was ready for
you're
that.
out of
Mostly,
practice.
I gotta have Adrian in there.
That's right. That's right. If you get an Adrian going, that kind of kickstarts you when it gets comes time to doing your Rocky.
Mickey. It was Mickey. That was it, right?
Yeah. Here's one more. Sean was on his game yesterday. Nice little back and forth with one of the reporters about all those screen passes that Sean throws that don't seem to work.
And then there were some big ones. Yeah. Did you see those?
Yep.
How many? How many big ones? No, how many big screens?
Two,
no,
three, no,
not enough. Go watch it. Obviously, there's some looks that we didn't block exactly how we wanted to, but we ended up with some big plays by Tyler, Ingram. Bidet had a couple, so I'm not on the screen count. Next question.
Yes. I love it.
And I love when he said, 2, 3. It was said with the same tone as Lucas Kroll. You're not close.
Yeah. How many big screens? How many big screens? Do you actually know how many big screens we had?
You're not close.
I don't know the number of big screens that they had. I mean, yeah, but they hit the one for like 7 or 8 yards on a normal kind of screen. But it's really the bubble and what the bubble screens and those screens outside to the wide receivers that just aren't working. And the numbers back that up, by the way. You look at their numbers of completions on balls thrown within a yard of the line of scrimmage, and it's terrible. Last year was great. So the numbers back that up. And in the screen game, you got to hit a higher percentage than what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, they're 1 out of every 3. Yeah, it's good. Okay, no, that's not good enough, though. It's a screen game. It's an RPO game. That stuff has got to get cleaned up. It's a disaster.
Yeah, the traditional screens stink. You know, the ones where you kind of lure the pass rushers upfield and then you drop it over their head and you got a couple of blockers out in front. I love those. Run those all you want. It's these ones behind the line of scrimmage that are just driving all of us crazy. So
I didn't like any of them. As a player, I think it was probably me. We were horrible at running screens. So we just didn't really run them very often at all because we weren't good at them. And, you know, ultimately, I mean, Sean may be compiling, you know, the screens on the entirety of the season, going back to last year. How many big ones did we have? But the last couple of weeks, man, it just hasn't been good. It hasn't been consistent enough. If you're going to run a bubble screen, you got to get 4 yards and be in second down and 6-, 4 or 5 yards. You got to have that. You got to have some success there. If you don't, to Stokes' point, you move on.
Yeah, I like what you said earlier, Mark, about, you know, we were talking about the RPO game, and we brought up the fact that, you know, okay, Evan Ingram's, you know, he's in-line tight end. He's next to McGlinchey. Well, if you're running an RPO, instead of him blocking the defensive end, Bo Nix is reading the defensive end. So if the defensive end or the safety or whatever, you know, is playing the run, then they pull it out and they throw the ball to Ingram. And it's like at a certain point, okay, yeah, maybe you get 3 yards, but you're not establishing your presence, establishing that run game, wearing the defense out.
Dispensing justice.
Dispensing justice. You're not doing that.
No.
So there's something to be said about going out there and dispensing a little justice.
You're going to like this one, longtime Bronco fans, because the current coach of the Dallas Cowboys is Brian Schottenheimer. Yes, that Schottenheimer, who definitely has memories of Denver Broncos football in Denver.
This is a tough place to go and play. I mean, it's a good football team. They're well coached. They're talented. Sean's obviously a championship coach, and I've played a number of games there. And shoot, Denver haunts the Schottenheimers in some regards, so I don't want to go back to whatever it was. Whatever year it was bad. But, yeah, the old fumble and Jeremiah Castile. But, yeah, it's a tough place to play. The fans are made. But I told the guys today, I said, hey, I love going there because it's going to be loud and crazy. And
boy, the Broncos just had Schottenheimer's number.
Mike, I bet you we made young Brian Schottenheimer, I bet you we made him cry.
I bet you did. I bet you did. I mean, how old do you think? All right, so he would have been probably, let's see, in 97 when you guys went into Arrowhead and won that game.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been, he is 52 right now.
Uh-huh.
So that's 28. So, I mean, he was, oh boy, math.
Oh boy.
24. He was 24. So, are you crying when you're 24?
No.
No.
But
when he was with Cleveland, when Marty was with Cleveland,
you know he cried.
Then he was then he cried.
Yeah.
Then he cried.
What's up?
Next time you should. Next time, well, you won't get to do a Dallas.
No,
game.
not this
only
year.
only Brady does. Only Brady does Dallas games.
Yeah.
We're getting Nance and Romo by the way
What do you want
for
me
this
to text
game.
him?
We're getting Nance and Romo?
Yeah. Text him. Say, did the Broncos make you cry when you were a child?
I love Nance.
All right.
I love Nance.
Yeah, just tag. And we'll get that answer tomorrow. Okay.
I love Nance as well.
Okay.
I don't know about the other guy.
I like Romo. He was very good he was very good in the Eagles game, I thought. All right, let's turn it over. We are done. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for Football Friday. Dover and Cecil coming up next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Your air duct cleaning experts, ductwork